see you. Sharon, Cindy, and the other person that just sent the Maddie Ice, Katie, James. Thank y'all. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and without further ado, let's just get it started. Good evening, everybody back home in the United States, East Coast, West Coast, and everything in between. I am super pumped. I am super excited. Only thing I'm not too excited about is I saw 2 tour buses pull in the moment I pulled in, and there was probably like 80 people. I was like, why y'all gotta follow me, man? Why can't I just have this place to myself and have it in peace? Okay? So they were here just as I pulled in. Thank you, Regina and Jim C. What up, Charlie Lambert? All right, this is actually a fully functioning village. So a little bit different from what we saw yesterday. Thank you, Rita and Leslie. Rita, thank you. Thank you, Rita. What we saw yesterday was a tourist location. Okay, thank you, Leslie, Rita, Wildflower. The tourist location doesn't have any people that live in it. They have people that work there, employees. This is an actual open to the public village. Thank you, Sweet Tooth and Leslie. This is an actual village. Okay, and also, by the way, all my moderators today, I anticipate will continue to have more spammers today. So let's keep an eye out for them. Thank you, Quinn and Maddie Ice. All right, so these are all actual people's homes. These are village homes. Now, this is not Diaolou. This is just people's homes. Okay, let me see if I can find the UNESCO World Heritage sign right here. I saw it yesterday. Oh, here it is. Yes. Zilli Village. Here it is. Okay, we are at Zilli Village, everybody. Good morning. Good evening. Good morning, everybody in America. Good morning, everybody in Europe, in China, and in Asia. Good evening, everybody in the United States. I'm gonna get the UNESCO World Heritage sign. We're gonna keep moving. And when you are at a UNESCO World Heritage site in China, it usually comes in multiple languages. Thank you, Sunshine. It's got Chinese, English, Japanese, and Korean. So no matter what language you speak, as long as one of these 4, you'll be able to understand it. All right, let me explain a little bit what's going on here. This is a village called Zilli Village, which literally means self-help village. I'll say that again. Zilli Village, self-help. Pugs is here. Lori, thank you. Thank you, Pugs. I'm glad you made it to this one. Thank you, Pugs. Thank you, Typical Caliber Pugs. We are here at the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Diaolou. Okay, for those of you that just came in, this is what an authentic Chinese southern village looks like. Annabelle, Pugs, thank you. The ticket is $11. Very, very cheap. $11 to get in. Look at this. All right, so let me explain the history of this place, why this was built here, what we're going to see today. Thank you, Linda and James. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Tammy. This place dates back to many hundred years. Many hundreds of years ago, this village has existed. However, in its current form, this village dates back to about 100 to 110 years. Okay, thank you, Lori and Sunshine. Meaning there were a lot of folks who came from overseas, Malaysia, the United States. They originated in this village. They came from overseas. Some of them. So we're going to see quite a few today. Okay, thank you, Rita. We're going to see quite a few today where basically the patriarch of the family. Thank you, Rita. Indeed. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Indeed. Here we go. Indeed. So the patriarch of the family went overseas. Thank you, artwork. This is the beautiful sign right here. Is the signal good, everybody? We got to have a good signal because we are actually going inside these beautiful Diaolou. Okay, I've never even seen this before in my life until yesterday. What you saw in Shenzhen is like the ones that we saw in Shenzhen is more like a Mickey Mouse version of this stuff. This is the real thing. This is the real thing. So anyway, first of all, before we go in, you can see right here, this was inscribed in the World Cultural Heritage List on June 28th, 2007. So it's been 17 years since it became a UNESCO World... Man! Charlie! I just started streaming at a historical place. Why are you asking about lunch, bruh? We're going to have lunch later. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Curb. Liz, great to see you. We're going to have lunch later, brother. We just started, man. The stream just got started. Chill with the lunch, man. Your ass always hungry. Thank you, Rita and Big D. Okay, we literally just got started on this stream, bruh. Come on, man. All right. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is a National 5A location, so that's as high as it goes. We're actually going to go into multiple of these Diaolous over here, multiple of them. Okay, and then we'll get a lunch right here at a village restaurant. There is a restaurant at the door. So let's just take it slow. You know, we'll let the algorithm do its thing. Hopefully more people will come in, but this is going to be rural. It's going to be pastoral. It's going to be a very, very history-rich type of thing. Okay, Shelby. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Liz. Man, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. All right, you see this dude over here flying his drone? You're not supposed to do that technically. Thank you, Liz. I actually had to get permission yesterday in order to get drones. Man, everybody is here. Liz is here. Pugs is here. Olga is here. Everybody is here. All right, let's go ahead and get the show started. We're also going to pay to go into the only Diaolou here that is actually somebody's home. Thank you, Liz. Like somebody lives in it. All these ones that we're about to go into now are exhibits, meaning they're not living. No one's living in them anymore. They're museums, basically. We're actually going to pay a little bit of money to go into somebody's home. There's a basement. They're going to give us a tour. So let's keep it moving. Thank you, Bree and Ashley. A little bit of brief historical facts about this place. The village itself, as far as human settlement goes, easily dates back to many hundreds of years ago. This is the part of China where about a few thousand years ago, 1,500, 2,000 years ago, a lot of people, thank you, Olga, thank you, Neets, a lot of people, thank you, Olga, from interior central China fled warfare and famine in order to come to this part of the country. So the equivalent of that back home in the United States will be as if you have a lot of people who were fleeing from up north, let's say Minnesota, and they decided to settle in New Mexico or Texas or Louisiana, which is where we are right now geographically. We're in the deep south in China. Thank you, Slaw and 22. But the people that actually live here trace their ancestry back to the northern part of China. Okay, most of them around Henan. So most of their heritage is actually very, very up north. The reason they came to live in this part of the country is because there were a lot of warfare, there was a lot of hunger, there was a lot of famine and starvation. So what they decided to do, they said, we need to leave. So a lot of these people here, even though they speak a totally different language, they speak Cantonese, their ancestors are actually the same type of people as Northern Chinese today. Over the course of the last 1,500, 2,000 years, their accent adapted to the local ways. The way they spoke changed. But what you're going to see today inside these buildings is just how good they have been, the people that live here, at maintaining their traditions and customs, even after hundreds and thousands of years of leaving central and northern China. So as we go into these places, you have to remember, these towers are all built around 100 years ago. Thank you, Olga and Teresa. We're already halfway to our goal. Thank you, Olga. These places were built more than 100 years ago by men and women who had left China, who had left this region in order to search for a better life. This was a very poor place over 100 years ago, but it was close to the ocean. So a lot of them went to Malaysia, went to the Philippines, and they went to the United States of America. One of these homes, I can't remember which one, I believe it's this one right here, was built by a man who had immigrated to the United States. So he was an American. He was a Chinese American. And when he is a Chinese American, he goes to the United States and he looks at the way Americans build their homes. He looks at the way the British build their homes and he says, you know what, I could do this for my own family back home in China. So what he decided to do is he said, you know what, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to use this newfound wealth that I made in the land of opportunity, which is the United States of America. He found his American dream and he decided to come back to China and build these homes for his family. Does that make sense? Okay, so this is why you're going to see a lot of Western influences in these original Diaolou structures. Okay? On the one hand, you have to remember, back then, most people built their homes using mud. Thank you to Other and Susie. Most homes were mud homes back then. They were all made out of mud. And they were made out of clay. 100 years ago, to be able to afford a home that's made out of solid concrete with iron bars, this is something that very few people could afford. And we're going to explain why they did this, why the windows are so small. Why is everything look so guarded? Why there are iron bars on the windows like a prison cell? Those were not added later. Those are original iron bars. Okay? Thank you, CKC and Abbas. So great to see everybody. That was a little speech I just gave about the origination of this place. Okay? We're not the only place. We're not the only people here. There's the 2 tour buses of people that are coming. So we're gonna check this one out right here from this angle. Okay? All right, check this one out right here. Thank you, Mark. Are we still lagging? Okay. Is the signal okay? Is the signal okay, everybody? Thank you, Mark. Is the signal okay, everybody? Thank you, Tammy and Mark. Signal's good. Somebody said we were lagging. We good? Nah, this ain't no New Orleans, man. This is China. So this one you can't go in, but we're going to go to the ones that we can go in. Thank you, Tammy, before the tour group shows up. So this one right here was built 99 years ago. Thank you, OG. Thank you, Olga. This was built in 1925. All right, and also I gotta explain, Diaolous have different features. Some of them are defensive in nature. Some of them are like depositories where you store valuable things, and some of them are for living in. We're gonna go to the ones that are for living in today. Thank you, Nana. Thank you, I Am Wells. Thank you, Unidos. This right here, you see, this gentleman came back from Canada. So he was Canadian American. So he was Canadian Chinese. This is in 1925. You see that? Thank you, Dottie. 1925. So this is exactly 99 years old. I could hear the tour groups coming. You can see the big tour groups coming. They're right behind me. So before they come in, let's actually go into one of the towers right now, so that we can get it in peace. Thank you, Ankle Biter and Bodine. Let's go in real quick. You see that one right there? Look at, see that one right there? Thank you, Bodine. That looked like Ron Weasley's house from Harry Potter. For those of you that read Harry Potter or seen the movie, don't that look like Ron Weasley's house? Look at that. Don't that look like Ronald Weasley's house right here? Thank you, Ankle Biter and Bo. That's what it does look like, right? And we're about to get close, and we're going to go see it up close. So let's go in right now. So $11 to get in. They have to do a ticket check at each of these that are open to the public. This one right here is one of the more popular ones that they have here. Thank you, Love My Fury Pet. This is also 99 years old, built during the Republic era. So this is even before communist. This is before China became communist. This is built in the Republic era in 1925. 1925. All right. Let's keep it moving. All right. I'm going to go into the first one here. All right, man. Why is this tour group following me? Why is it that I decide to come in here, man? They need to come in here as well, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. There go the brigade right there. Y'all see that, man? Thank you, Ashley. Y'all see that? There go the brigade right there. Y'all see all them people? Come on, man. Give me some peace and quiet, please, man. Because the stairs are very narrow. Anyway, man. Let me do my job. Let me not worry about the crowd first. Let me just do my job. Okay. Anyway, usually these are not usually. They're always made out of cement. Thank you, Tasteless. All these buildings are made out of concrete, solid concrete, which is highly unusual for the era. Now, when you look at these structures, you notice steel bars on every single window. Not only is there steel bars, there is actually steel shutters as well. You see the steel shutters, right? Look, steel bars, steel shutters, solid concrete. What else do you not notice? Any pipes? Do you notice any water pipes? Thank you, Vanessa. Do you notice any irrigation? Do you notice anything that's exposed on the outside, like a gutter or like a sewage pipe, or like a what's the word for the rainwater to get out of the gutters, right? The thing that runs along the house. Do you see that? They don't have any of that here. They don't have any of that here. There's also no plumbing inside. Now, the one that we're going to go to later where somebody lives in, they might have plumbing. There's also no plumbing inside. The reason there's no plumbing is, again, this has to be a completely sealed off structure. This is like a Chinese castle Thank you, OG, because people nearby knew that the folks that lived here came from Canada and America and other parts of the world, which means they had money. They were prime targets for robbery. People wanted to come to their home and rob them. So this is why when they came back from overseas, they said to themselves, we need to build something that can protect my family. We need to build something that can protect us in case the bandits come over to our house. Thank you, nobody of note. Thank you. We're going to go all the way up there. We're going to climb this thing. But this is just to reinforce that you guys understand. These are all defensive structures. Steel bars and everything. It's almost as if, to be honest, almost as if you're living in a prison. Almost as if you're living in a jail cell, because when your view, while good, is very limited by the bars. Okay? So let's keep it moving. You know what? I think we need to be a little bit smarter about this. Okay? This is very noisy, man. There's a lot of people coming in. Thank you, EFOT. I think the smart thing to do would be to let these folks, go in and take a tour first, so that we can go somewhere when it's quiet. So let's actually explore the grounds a little bit. What do you say? Before we go in here and look at the inside, let's explore the grounds a little bit. That's what I was saying as well, Retta. This is a fire hazard. If you are ever caught in a fire with living in here, let's explore the grounds a little bit. So there's a lot of people here. And yeah, this is I'm happy to see these senior citizens here. Most of them are retired. They're out here enjoying life. It's just that I want to give you guys a quiet experience. I don't want there to be too many people. 我过一会儿再回来，人太多了，我过一会儿再回来。好，谢谢。All right, so let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's keep walking around, go to some other Diaolou. Let's go to the ones that require me to pay. Thank you, Abbas. Thank you, Abbas. Thank you, Amy. Check this out right here. It says Nationally Protected Monument, Nationally Protected Building. Okay? Very, very important. And this has been that way since 2001. Thank you, Tammy Jones. Thank you, Bay. Now, another thing you guys have to understand is that this is why I'm so proud of places like this, is that when you're in southern China, thank you, OG, thank you, Olga. When you're in southern China, thank you, Bay, there usually isn't as many monuments or historical buildings. The reason is very simple. You have to remember this as you're watching this live stream. The Chinese civilization is in its essence a northern and central civilization. When you think about the United States of America, our identity as an American started in the 13 colonies up north from Massachusetts, down south all the way to Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. That is the identity of the American story. That's the origination of the American story. I guess Florida as well, but not initially, right? So in the same way that the United States started along the east coast facing the Atlantic towards Europe, the same story goes for China, that its story starts up north and in the Central Plains. Thank you, Martha Hood. The fact that we are here in the deep south, it's very, very ironic, because similar to how there are plantations and large plantation-style homes in the deep south of America, like the Alabamas, the Missouris, even the Virginias, the South Carolinas, the Georgias, right? The same concept goes here. A lot of these homes are very pastoral, very rural, but this is very far from the origination of the Chinese identity, which is up north and in central China. This is why the Great Wall of China faces north. It's up north. We're in the deep south. So whenever you're walking around in southern China, the reason why the economy is able to take off so quickly is the people here, in my opinion, are a little bit less traditional in many senses. But then again, you know, I should probably take that back, because it's not always the case. Let me just continue to walk, or let me not get stuck on that point. The reason why this is so precious is because there just isn't as many historical buildings in the South. Not as many, because like I said before, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, this was a place where the emperor sent prisoners and people he didn't want to see. Does that make sense? The emperor is living in Beijing. The emperor is living in Kaifeng. The emperor is living in Xi'an. If somebody he didn't want to see ever again, thank you, Diane, You know what I'm saying? If he didn't want to see them, he said, you need to go to the south. You need to go to the deep south. Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you, Riker Dan. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Does that make sense, everybody? So this is why, like, from a cultural perspective, there just isn't as much in southern China as there is in northern China from a historical building perspective. Thank you, Riker. Thank you, Bay. Hopefully that distinction makes sense. Okay, hopefully that distinction really makes sense to you guys. All right, there just isn't as many buildings that are really old here because they never really built that many here compared to northern China. Does that make sense? All right. So you can see, by the way, today, I believe this is a rice field. I ain't no agricultural specialist, okay? But I believe they are growing rice out here. And I swear, man, yesterday when I was looking at this particular Diaolou over here, it really reminded me of Harry Potter. Thank you, Nobody of Note and Linda. That's right. A very famous Chinese film was filmed here, okay? Let me show you guys that reminds me of the movie The Conjuring. Okay, thank you, Linda and Nobody of Note. You guys ever watch a scary movie back home in America? And it's like the scary movie is always a busted ass, okay, all goofy looking house, looking all scary and stuff. Well, that's what that house in front of me reminded me of yesterday, the movie The Conjuring. Okay, we're about to see this. Thank you, Stan. Let's keep it moving. Guilin City is the same way. You know, all of Guangxi, all of Guangdong, all of Hainan today, you know, it's people want to go there and visit. But back then, prisoners were sent there. Like people the emperor never wanted to see again were sent there. So hopefully you guys understand that distinction. Let's see if we can go into... I'm not sure if this family is awake yet, but they asked me for $3 yesterday to go tour their home. I told them I'll be back today. So let's keep it moving. Now we're going to explain a little bit more about the structures, the houses. Okay, let's get to 300-400 shares. Let's keep it moving. It's a historical show today. All right. People still live here, Peony. Absolutely. So this is the only house. Thank you, OG. This is the only house where there is somebody living in here. Everything else is totally museum-like. It's all museums. This is the only one. These two right here, you will see people actually living in it. Okay? And I'm telling you, this feels very New Orleans-like. Look at this. Look at how incredible this looks. Very, very European. So when the folks came back here, you know, they said, we want to build a Chinese home. But, you know, we want to kind of demonstrate to the people around in different villages that we came from overseas, that, you know, our culture is a little bit different. We know a little bit more because we went overseas and we've seen a little bit more. So this is why their buildings tend to look a little bit different. So this is the home right here. See, they're not open right now, and I don't want to knock on their door, but I'm sure when we're done with the other ones, they will be open. So this is the one where I said, you know, it reminds me of the movie The Conjuring. Okay, now this is two very, very original Diaolou, and there are people living in here. There are people living in both of them. And they have a business here selling tea. Okay, check this out. Look at this. Original Diaolou. Okay, so let me explain a little bit of the differences. All right, if you were living in North Carolina somewhere, let's say you were at, what's that place in Asheville, North Carolina? Biltmore Estates, right? If you were at the Biltmore Estates in North Carolina and you saw a home like this, right? The biggest difference between Biltmore Estates and a home like this would be the Biltmore Estates would be much wider. So when you go to a lot of European castles, they are very, very wide. Here, it reminds me of a home, once again, in New York City or in Chicago. Everything is very narrow, very, very narrow and very long. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it's because they want to limit the amount of footprint that they have to protect in case the bandits showed up. But there's a lot of land around them. You can see this is all farms all around them. I don't understand why they made it so narrow. But this one has people living in it. This one has people living in it. These are the only two that are not included in the ticket. You can look at it from the outside, but you cannot go in unless you pay them. Okay, thank you, JC Martin, for the subs. Thank you, JC. So let's keep it moving. It's absolutely beautiful. Pretty nice to live out here, though. I would get rid of the bars, though. Okay, I would. If you got a free sub from JC, please give him a word of thank you. You know, let me tell you something. I would get rid of the bars if I lived here. I feel like I got sentenced to prison or something, looking at these every single day. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, we will get a tour, but they're not open right now. I don't want to go knock on their door. Usually when they're open, they'll open their doors. You gotta understand, when you live out here as a family, you know what I'm saying? They live a very chill and pastoral life. They could open up whenever they want. It's not like, oh, I gotta be open by 9 a.m. exact. It's kind of like whenever they feel like opening up, they'll open up. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. And look at how small these windows are, right? It's like it's the opposite of the American life. You know, back home in the States, you know, these homes, we want big windows. We want Carolina rooms. We want sun rooms where you can let a lot of sun in. Look at how small their windows are. All boarded up. Look at all this. And this one has a basement, by the way. Most of them here, most of the Diaolou here don't have a basement. This one does. There are basements here. Look at how small these windows are. And you see, and by the way, check this out right here. Y'all see the balcony right up there has a hole on the bottom? Anybody know what that's for? That hole right there that you could see through? Y'all see that hole? What do you guys think that is? It's big windows. It's not haunted, Christina. It's not haunted. It's not haunted, man. There's people living in it, man. It ain't no haunted. Toilet. That's a good answer. Not the right answer, but that's a good answer. Okay. Thank you, Eric and Ray. See, that's what I was thinking as well, but it's actually a defensive fortification. So we'll see it a lot more when we go to what's it called? When we go to the other part of the Diaolou, another Diaolou where we can go all the way up there. That's actually for you to throw objects, very sharp objects, in case people were trying to scale and climb up there. Okay, this one right here is not shaped the same way as what I saw. It's also a way for you to see, basically a way for you to throw, shoot arrows, shoot objects at people who are trying to scale your house without having them be able to fire back. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's keep it moving. Look at how small these windows are. See, and let me explain something else. You see how this is sloped a little bit? When you look at these bars over here, look at the bottom. It's sloped a little bit. Now see that? Thank you, Bay. All right, you're gonna see that a lot. What we saw at the Great Wall of China, where the hole that is looking outside is smaller on the outside and bigger on the inside. Okay, you're gonna see that at the Diaolou as well. All right, thank you, Suzanne. Let's keep it moving. By the way, these folks out here have a great life. Okay. 哎，老板你好，你好，这是您的家吗？这是？不是您的。他们这儿种的是什么东西啊？这是米吗 ？What do they grow here？
大胡。
啊？
大米。
大米。Oh, it is rice. They do grow rice out here. These are rice farms. These are rice farms. Check this out. Man, let me tell you guys this, man. Let me slow down for a second. Let me tell you this. You live in the city for long enough, you wouldn't mind coming out here and looking at this view every single day. The air quality is beautiful and fresh. I have a 5G signal. You know, Charlie Lambert, you could come out here and hang, you know what I'm saying? Even though, Charlie, this place welcomes you, man, because even though we out in the middle of nowhere, you could still use ultra high speed to get on the hub. You know what I'm saying? You got everything you need out here, baby. You know, you got rice, you got the hub, you got 5G internet, you got everything you need, baby. You got everything you need, Charlie. Thank you, Bay. All right, let's keep it moving. These are rice farms right here. Okay, thank you, Alicia. Let's keep it moving. All right, give you guys this view here. It's very relaxing indeed. Look at this. Freaking beautiful. Don't give Charlie a hard time. Yeah, you need the hub. All right, let's keep moving. This is the one they said I could tour yesterday. So we will come back to it. So let's keep moving. Would you guys be okay with living out here for, let's say, a couple months in the year? You know, I've been living in cities for the last 7 years of my life, from Seattle to Shenzhen. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't mind living out here at all. I would not mind living out here at all. And you can see this particular Diaolou here. So this is why I know somebody lives here for sure. The city has given them water. You see that? They've got an electric meter now. So this Diaolou, I know somebody lives in here. You can see electric sockets. You can see water pipes now. So this one has been modernized to allow you to live in it with modern amenities. Okay. And some of them that you're going to go see today is just so primitive. You know, it really defies the modern definition of what is luxury. Because you have to remember, the people that built these homes were very wealthy. They came from America. They came from Canada. They had made a fortune in the United States, well, compared to local standards. So these were very wealthy people. Yet when you look at the inside of the homes, you'll realize by American standards today, even by Chinese standards today, the homes are very, very basic. All right, so we'll get a tour of it later. Let's keep it moving. I gotta tell you, man, they got a nice little setup going on over here, man. Thank you, Bay and Ashley. They got a very nice setup over here. Where is this place? We're in the deep south in China. We're in southern China in the deep south in a city called Kaiping. It falls under Jiangmen's district. Okay, it's one of the areas of Jiangmen, which is a very big city. But the district itself is called Kaiping. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I didn't think I was going to be able to stream this because it's so rural, but I was wrong. We are able to stream this. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Has the signal been reliable today out here in the fields? What y'all think? Has the signal been okay today? Thank you to other. You guys are able to hear me and see me well. Phil Hill, thank you, sir. You guys are able to hear me and see me well. Everything's okay. No lagging at all. Real good. Okay. Very good. Cool. You're not getting any like intermittent lags or anything. Thank you, Bob. Okay, and I also switched out my sim today because I'm trying to make this a better experience for y'all. So I tried a new sim this morning. So we'll see if this continues to work. Okay. All right, so let's keep moving. Let's actually find one to go into. Okay, look at this. Beautiful. Thank you, Comb. Let's find a building to go. And another thing I did yesterday is I did an internet speed test here from inside one of the buildings to see if the concrete walls would affect my signal, and it looked okay. So let's keep it moving. Man, we'll come back to this Harry Potter place a little bit later, man. I call this the Harry Potter building because it looked like Ronald Weasley's house. Okay, it really looks exactly like Ronald Weasley's house because his house in Harry Potter was in the middle of a field. Okay, and it was built up vertically. This is exactly what it looks like out here. Okay, yeah, the grass, everything here is rice. For those of you that eat rice, this is how rice is grown, everybody. See that? I don't want to mess up the rice over here, but this is how rice is grown. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Before, Charlie. Before. Am I looking for a country girl? Well, I gotta tell you this. There's not a lot of young people that live here because most of the people that are still around are senior citizens or folks who are over the age of 45. Because there's not a lot of job opportunities and most young people don't really want to work on the farm anymore. So the only young people you're gonna see are folks who are coming here on vacation. This is a village that I would imagine the medium age has got to be. I would imagine the medium age is probably at least 45 to 50. So we'll keep it moving. All right, before we get on this most popular Diaolou over here, let's look at a couple of very obvious things about it. Okay, this is the most famous one. Before we go in, look at each of the four corners. Do you see those round structures on each of the four corners? Very, very unique, right? It has this place. You know, maybe it's because this gentleman was from Canada and Canada has a lot of French colonial influence. But this looks more French to me than it does British. Okay, a lot of things about this screams to me a French, Chinese, kind of like a combination. You know, maybe it's because he's from Canada. All right. But a lot of the other ones here, like this one here also reminds me like kind of like a New Orleans French style. You know, the French quarters in New Orleans. So I actually take this back. I was going to say that it looks more British, but I come back here for a second time today. That shit looks a little bit more French. So let's go in. And by the way, before we go in, thank you, Hunfar. Remember one thing, everybody, before we go in. Okay? Yes, please tap on your screen. Before we go in, remember one thing, which is, thank you, Tip Top, which is feng shui was very important to the folks in China. Just because you are building a home that looks like a big prison and is very defensive in nature, they still cared a lot about the feng shui and how the furniture was placed, how everything was placed in order to attract good fortune and good luck. Okay, so you have to remember these homes right here, all right, multiple family members lived inside. This was not one single family unit living inside. There were 20 to 30 people living in here. I'm gonna say that again. 20 to 30 people living inside at any given time. Thank you, Ashley. And you will see. So they lived, even though the home was really big, 4,000 square feet, 3,000 square feet, very big homes, it's actually very crowded. Very little personal space. Very little personal space because there's so many people living inside. Entire extended families lived here. Okay? Thank you, Ashley. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. By the way, how many of y'all have never even heard of this concept called the Diaolou? Before y'all tuned in to TikTok this evening. This is for many of you, this is the first time y'all ever heard this concept called the Diaolou, right? What's up, Callie, Sarah? What is up, everybody? You said a what? A Diaolou. Never heard of it, right? All right, let's go into this one here. This one looks pretty empty. Let's go into this one here. And hopefully there's a good signal when we go inside. All right, a Diaolou, 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 which literally means a hanging tower. Okay, so a lot of people out here. Okay, we're gonna wait for them to finish with this one, and then we'll come in to this one. Let's go into this one first. Let's keep it moving. All right, by the way, before we go in, check out the structure of this. Notice how this is the main building. Notice how they have a side building over here. You see that? This is all bricked off. Side building, main building. We'll find out what this building is for as soon as we go in. It's a kitchen. Look at this. Absolutely freaking beautiful. Man, Charlie always thinking about the boom boom, man. This dude always thinking about the boom boom. Let's keep the comments flowing. This guy always thinking about the boom boom. What the hell? I gotta show him my ticket. So this is my ticket right here. Before we even go in, take a look at this one here. So this one was built in 1930 from, I believe this man came back from Malaysia. And he was living under British colonial rule. So this is about 2,400, 2,500 square feet. And it's made out of reinforced concrete. So this is a residential home that we're going into. All right, I'm gonna check my ticket. Here you go. See, person not even working. Trying to show them my ticket. This person ain't even working. Y'all see this right here? It's called getting paid and not even showing up for work. You're supposed to check my ticket right here. It's supposed to be a person right here. They don't even give a damn. You see this right here? They don't even give a damn. They just left. Y'all see that right there? All right, let's come in here. First thing we'll do is we'll go into the kitchen. Okay, once again, you have to count your blessings to live in the modern era. Because you guys live in a time today where life is very comfortable. If you rent an apartment in Tennessee, in North Carolina somewhere for $2,000, $1,500 a month, you know what I'm saying, you will have a much nicer kitchen than what you're about to see. Everything here is very bare. All right? Notice one thing. They didn't use any flooring except rough tiles. You're going to see this everywhere we go in this place, with the exception of one building that I saw. For some reason, these folks lived in the United States and they lived in Canada. But what they didn't do is they didn't bring back the carpet culture of those places. They still use, look at this, they still use rough stones for all their flooring. And you'll see this when we go into the residential building as well. So that's what's so interesting about this. They never adapted certain aspects of Western life, even though they lived out there for so long. You know, so they don't use carpets. Not only they don't use hardwood floors here either. All right. So check this out. This is the kitchen, traditional Chinese cooking style. This is the chimney, stovetop. Everything is original. Everything you see here is all original when the house was built. This is a wood burning stove. Okay, everything is original. This is where all the cooking was done. There were servants living here as well. There were people who served the family living here as well. Not many, but there were servants living here, and this is where they worked. Okay, let's keep it moving. Everything has to be self-sustaining because you got to remember, in case a bandit was here, they had to lock themselves inside to protect themselves. So everything had to be self-sustaining. You go to Whole Foods, you go to Trader Joe's today, you go to what is it, Sprout today, you go to Erewhon today to buy your groceries, you go to Harris Teeter. They have to make everything by hand. They grow everything on the land around them. They get water from everywhere around them, and they make everything by hand. This is all original. Everything you see here is original. This is the grind up rough grain. You see that? All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. More stoves over here. Look, I hear them coming towards me, y'all. I got to get in here. They're coming towards me. Oh, hell no. I got to get in here, man. The armada is coming towards me. I got to get up here before they come in here and join me. They coming towards me and shit, okay? We got to go. We got to go further up, man. The armada is coming towards me, y'all. The armada is coming. All right. Let me show you the first bedroom over here. All right. First bedroom that we see here today, very traditional Chinese style. Y'all see that right here? Okay. Traditional Chinese. These are all original. Everything you see here is original. All the furniture, everything. The family members here abandoned their home after 1949. Many of them abandoned their homes, so no one lived in it. No one lived in it after 1949 because the Communist Party took over. A lot of them had connections overseas. They lived overseas. A lot of them decided to go back overseas. But during the course of the last a dozen years, a lot of them have actually come back. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, T-Bell. So from a property rights perspective, like I said yesterday, it's pretty unclear who owns these places now. Does the original family still own them, or is this a government property? I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, but you have to pay to get in here. So somebody is profiting off of this. I don't know where the revenue goes. I think it's for the local village. Okay. Remember, no plumbing inside. There's no pipes. So everything they do has to go into a bucket. From the number 1, the number 2, to the diarrhea. Okay. In case you get some food poisoning, you ain't gonna be tearing up the toilet. You're gonna be tearing up the bucket. Everything goes into a bucket. You wash your face here in the basin stand. Everything goes into a bucket. All the wastewater goes into a bucket. Okay? Chinese bed. This is where all the magic happens. All right, let's continue to climb up. Let's go up. All right. Check this out. This is the living room on the first floor. And you can see these are some of the original residents. This is the female head of the family. This is the matriarch. And this is one of the patriarchs. Thank you so much for the heart. The hearts help us move up the rankings, everybody. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, country girl. Beautiful. And you can just see, like, this is such an amazing photo because you see the way this gentleman is dressed. This is exactly how a nobleman, an aristocrat back in the Qing dynasty would have dressed like. Thank you, Miss Torres and Shauna. The hat that he's wearing, the robe that he's wearing. This is very, very typical Qing dynasty dress. Early Republic era, late Qing dynasty. Thank you, Eric. Beautiful. All right, let's continue to make our way up. Of the 3 that we get to go in along with our ticket, that's included in our ticket, this is actually the one that's, in my opinion, when I saw this yesterday, I thought this was the least fancy. I thought this was the most proletariat. The other 2 are much fancier. Okay, so let's go up. First of all, notice how narrow the stairs are. This is why I think this place is a fire hazard. If ever there was a fire inside, you got very narrow staircases. You got steel bars on every single window. Hard to escape. You can't exactly jump out the window. Very, very tight spaces. Okay? Now, this one right here, I would imagine on the ground floor is where the matriarch and the patriarch of the family lived. This should be where the most important members of the family live. The further we go up, you're going to see how crowded this is up here. Okay, and check out this view. Freaking beautiful. I would imagine at least 20, 30 people lived here. 25, 30 people easily. Look at this view. You guys, the signal is okay in this concrete building, right? I tested the internet speed here yesterday. The signal should be okay. Is the signal okay? Signal's good? Good. All right, thank you, King. Look, the reason I woke my ass up early today is that a lot of our viewers are sleeping by the time I do my evening live streams. So a lot of them are sleeping. So I wanted to come here a little bit earlier than usual. And this is all closed. What the hell? Oh, this one's open. A lot of you guys are sleeping when I go live kind of late. All right, so I wanted to come here a little bit. I wanted to wake up a little bit earlier. All right, third floor here. This is what I tell you about. You have very little personal space. At least 5 to 6 people lived on this floor. You got to study here, okay? Remember, now feel this. As I'm standing here, the winds feel amazing. Because of the cross circulation, you see the window behind me and the window here? You see that? Great feng shui. Like, sunlight, not so good, but the air is very fresh because of the cross circulation, all right? You got a little study, very, very basic. Remember, this is very basic stuff, okay? This is luxury for back then, okay? Today, this wouldn't be considered a luxury home by any means, but this was luxury back then. You see, this is how the window works. Look at the amount of protection that you have. Thank you, Pat Zurich. You got solid iron bars, and you got these iron things on the outside. So the good thing about it is that you don't need curtains. No light is getting in. You got complete pitch darkness when you're living out here. I would imagine at night. You know, this reminds me, you know what sounds crazy thing about this? This reminds me of the movie I Am Legend with Will Smith. You guys remember I Am Legend that was made in like 2008 with Will Smith? You guys remember that movie? Okay, and at night he had to lock up his house. You guys remember that? This is what this place reminds me of. I Am Legend. Thank you, Bay. The way that these things are all reinforced. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an old movie. I'm bringing up old stuff. You know, it kind of goes to show you how old I am. I'm bringing up old stuff. Okay, but this is right here. This reminds me of I Am Legend. All right, anyways, you got to study over here. And of course, you have multiple bedrooms. Check this out right here. And usually in a Chinese home, for a wealthy person or a nobleman or a politician back then, they put a lot of attention into the decoration of their beds. The bed is an artistic expression that is very, very important to the wealthy Chinese people, all right? For the common farmers, the common folks, the common peasants who didn't have a lot to their name, they just slept on very simple beds. But if you were someone of status, you did a lot of work to exemplify and to express, especially to express your status via all these beautiful carvings. High-end wood is used. This is all hand done on the bed. Okay, you see, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. This is half joking and half serious, man. I don't really want my bed to be looking like this with all these pieces that could potentially fall off. I'd be paying a lot of hard-earned money for all these, and when I do the boom boom, all these things be falling off, man. Wood, birds, everything be falling off everywhere, smashing and shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is gonna affect my boom boom performance. It's gonna have something in the back of my mind, and I'm gonna have to hold back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I need a bed where there's nothing on it, where I could do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do what I gotta do. You got all these things that could potentially affect my performance. Because I'm trying to win the Olympics here. I'm trying to get the gold medal. I'm trying to break the world record with her. Okay? And I feel like this right here would honestly hamper my performance a little bit. Okay? I need to be at peak performance, man. Okay, I'm going for the world record. So this right here, not exactly my thing. When you see my bed's simple. My bed is simple, man. My bed is just 4 stands, a mattress, and some sheets. You know what I'm saying? Real sturdy. Let's keep it moving. All right. Look, let me see this right here. Like, it's just, you can see, that's a Singer sewer right there. That's a sewing machine. That's an old Singer right there. Okay? Beautiful. He said you can hang from it. I'm just being honest, man. I'm not trying to make you guys laugh with these lame-ass jokes, but I'm just giving you my personal opinion. I just don't think this would be very, very good for what I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. That's one bed over here. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm trying to break the Olympic record, man. Let's keep moving. All right, so what do you guys, by the way, look at the floors here. You see that? This is what I'm trying to tell you guys, right? No carpets, no flooring whatsoever. Everything, even though these folks learned Western architecture from America and Canada, for some reason, they don't use the elaborate wood flooring that we have in American homes and in Canadian homes back then, that the aristocrats used. I don't know. I never understood that. Everywhere we go to in China, if you've been watching the show for a while, everywhere we go to in China, that's a toilet right there, by the way. All right. So there go the toilet right here. You ain't got to worry about looking at a squat toilet because there isn't one. Your toilet is them two things on the bottom. You see those two things on the bottom? There go your toilet right there. There go your toilet right here. You see that right there? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, man. If I lived here and I was like a grandson, or if I was the son and I was living here and I opened up this bucket and somebody else already went into their business and they already stunk this up, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm just going to go and stand on this thing right here and do my number one from the window. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, man. You trying to do your number one, you open that thing up, and then there's all these nasty stuff inside. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to stand on that ledge over there, and then I'm going to point my thing out from the window, and I'm being honest. I'm not trying to joke or anything. I'm being perfectly honest. I don't want to use that thing right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not my type of thing. So you got another small kitchen over here. Once again, no piping, but they do have chimney. Why do they have chimneys here but no piping? Because chimneys go point upward, right? People back then, bandits aren't Spider-Man. They're not Batman. They can't come from the ceiling. They can only come from the ground. So it's okay if you have something that points upwards. Splashback, right? Think about the splashback effect and something like that, right? Let's keep moving. All right, another small bedroom over here. Beautiful. I mean, to be honest, man, if it was a number 2, I would just hold it in. Yeah, I would just hold it in until it was okay to go outside and I would go into the fields. Honestly, I would just hold it in. I'm just being honest, man. Thank you, babe. Let's keep it moving. I would just hold it in. Okay? Jane said, move on. Jane said, I don't want to hear about this no more. This is freaking beautiful. Thank you, Tyler. How beautiful this looks. Fertilize the field, I know. Look at this. Fucking beautiful. Seriously though, look at how beautiful this looks. This is so freaking beautiful. Please follow the channel and share this live stream and tap on your screen. Let's get to 300,000 likes. I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm like, you know, I'm used to the modern life. You know, this is nice and all, but not for me. All right, we're gonna see something very cool here. This is what I mean by, thank you, Robin. So this is gonna be something very important. I'm gonna take off my hat for this one. Out of respect for the folks that lived here. Okay, you know what, let me not even put that on the table. Let me put this on the chair over here. Okay, thank you, Best Karen and Two Tone. Y'all see this thing right here? What y'all think this is? Thank you, Pat Zurich. What do you guys think this is right here? Let me lower my voice a little bit. What do you guys think this is right here? What y'all think this is? A shrine, exactly. You guys are exactly right. This is the family shrine. This is one of the 3 family shrines we're gonna see today. Every single Diaolou at the top floor, at the most important floor, had a family shrine. And if you look at the way this is made, I'm gonna explain the north versus south dynamic here in China, okay? You can see what they do on the bottom is they always have an incense burner. Sometimes they'll put some food, they'll put some drinks, but look at how elaborate this is made. Look at how beautiful this all looks. It is 3D because it's hand carved and it's gilded in gold. At least gold color. I'm not sure if this is actual gold, but this is gold color for sure. Thank you, babe. Look at all this. This is all hand done. Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. you, Apollonia. Beautiful. So this shrine is about 100 years old. This would have been built actually a little bit after this house was built. They built the house first, and then they built all the furnishings inside. Thank you, July and Sherry. And this particular place here is almost like another dining room for the family to gather around. Thank you, Sherry. Well, I mean, because the ancestors are more important than the people that are alive, right? The people that have moved on, the people that are in the afterworld now, in heaven, right? They are actually even more important to the folks here than the folks that are still alive. So you got to put them on the first floor. Okay, and this is, by the way, a huge structure. I mean, this is all hand carved. Look at this. I think it says 百世其昌. I think that's what it says right here. 100 lifetimes of prosperity. Thank you, Gene Bravo. Thank you, user. Another kitchen over here. And check this out. Now, this is going to sound a little bit weird to you guys, but they did have a tub. Thank you, Night Wolf. They did have a bathtub over here, which is highly unusual in Chinese homes back then. Okay, you see this bathtub? Thank you, JK, for sharing. Please continue to share this live stream. Thank you, user. Okay, that's their bathtub. I'm going to get my hat. Don't worry, I'm going to get my hat. No one's going to take my hat. All right, look at all this. Do I have a signal out here? When I was showing y'all the bathtub, you guys could see it. How did they drain it, Charlie? Here you go, Charlie. That's how they drained it. This right here is how they drained it. Check this out. Damn, I have a good signal out here. Thank you, Night Wolf. Dude, I'm telling y'all, man, this is why you got to go to more UNESCO World Heritage sites in China. UNESCO World Heritage sites got some good UNESCO quality internet over here. Beautiful. All right, wood burning stove. Everything's beautiful. Also, everybody, please share this live stream. Tap on your screen. Let's get to 200,000 likes and beyond. Let's keep it moving. They have a very, very humble yard here for what it is. This is the most humble yard. All right, check this out. This is their little balcony over here. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robin, for the heart earlier. The hearts help us move up the rankings. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, I Am Lynn, for sharing. And check this out. Usually, you would imagine there are pipes. There's like a drainage here, right? Should be a drainage here. Not so. You see how this pipe only goes upwards, but there's no pipe that goes downwards? Beautiful. Thank you, Hunfarlow. Let's keep it moving. All right. Let's continue to move around, everybody. Thank you, Nandita. Thank you, Hunfarlow. Let's get out of here. And everything is friggin' decorated. Thank you, user. Everything is decorated. Every window, all hand carved. Thank you, user. Yeah, I think these are water collectors. That's what I want to say. I think these, and look at all the details here. See that? That's definitely European. Look at that. That almost looks Italian. Bad dream. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Linda, for moderating for me. I appreciate you. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Nandita. So the stairs will take you all the way up to the top balcony. Thank you, Bad Dream. There's a top over, that is like a roof. Basically, it'll take you up to the roof. We can't go into this roof, but the one that we are going to next is right here. This is where we're going next. Actually, I think there's a lot of people waiting in line to get in. They only allow 30 people to go in at any one time. Okay. How long would it take to build one of these? By the way, let me tell you how much it cost to build one of these. How much do you guys think it cost back then, around 1920, 1925, to build one of these? I actually know the answer to this. Thank you, Mauricio. Great to see you, Mauricio. Thank you for the heart. How much do you guys think it would cost to build one of these? Let's say in Hong Kong dollars, because a lot of them back then was measured in Hong Kong dollars. How much? $5,000, $10,000. Those are good guesses. Thank you, Mauricio. $1,000, $10K. Thank you, Mauricio. Thank you, Show Forgive. Thank you, Mountain. Thank you very much. One of these homes, from what I understand, usually cost about 30,000 Hong Kong dollars back then, give or take. You could go up a little bit, you could go down a little bit. 30,000 Hong Kong dollars back then was an astronomical amount of money to build one of these Diaolous over here. Even today, 30,000 Hong Kong dollars is about 4,000 US dollars, about 3,900 US dollars, 3,900 US dollars 100 years ago to build one of these homes, $3,900. But back then, the purchasing power of 30,000 Hong Kong dollars was probably in the millions today. Okay, so $3,900 to build one of these. And then this one right here, this mini-me right here, mini-me, you complete me. This mini-me right here is probably half the price, maybe a third of the price. This one right here is probably, I don't know what this one is for, but I would imagine one single family lived out here. Okay, thank you, Super Dave. This is a very, very adorable, small Diaolou. Okay, this is the mini. The mini you can't go in for some reason. Okay, you can go into the big one. You can't go into the mini. The mini-me, you complete me. Okay, I love that. I love that saying. Mini-me, you complete me. Thank you, Soglu. I can't wait to say that to my kid one day when I have some kids. Thank you, Brandy. I'm going to say, mini-me, you complete me. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, everybody. And look at the scenery here. It's freaking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Look at this. It's a pretty big village, y'all. This is not a small village. This is a pretty large village with a lot of people living here. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you, Kels. Look at it. You go see another Diaolou right there. All right, let's get up out of here. The reason why there's no lily pads is that lily pads is a middle southern characteristic in China. Here in the deep south in China, you don't see nearly as much. By the way, before we get out of here, guys, don't you just like, isn't this just ironic to you guys though? Like, do you guys not see the irony in this as I do before we leave here? Let's pause for a second. You don't see the irony of this? How similar China and the United States is, in the sense that in the deep south here in China, we find similar buildings as we would find in deep southern America. You don't find that to be ironic? You know what I mean? Thank you, Lexi. You don't find that to be ironic? I find that to be highly ironic. I find that to be highly, highly ironic, everybody, that you would find this in southern China the same way you will find it in the Louisianas and the Mississippis and the Alabamas, you know? Very interesting. Let's go and get up out of here. Let's go and get up out of here, man. Come on, man. These folks need to get out of here so I can go in. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Portia. I appreciate it. Let's go and get out of here. It's hot, by the way. Really hot. And I got to tell you guys, man, like, this is the crazy thing about it is, check this out. Super cool in here. Like, the minute I step in here, the temperature lowers by at least 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Super, super cool in here because of the good cross circulation, the good feng shui, and maybe the cement. There is really no winter here in this part of the deep south in China. The winters are very, very mild, probably 50, 55, 60. It's November. I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm sweating. It's 90 degrees today. It's actually 92 today. The highest temperature today is 92 degrees out here in the south in China. Okay, 92 degrees today. And I feel pretty good inside. Okay, what up, Shayna? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. They got oh, this is a pretty big room over here. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Please follow the channel and share this live stream and tap on your screens. Let's get some more taps. It's like Arizona, I know. This place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of the architecture. You know what I'm saying? It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site because of the architecture. All right, let's keep moving. I thought I just lost my signal for a second, but we should be good now. We should be good. Let's keep it moving. All right, one last look at this shrine right here. There'll be more Keep it moving. Thank you, Shayna and user. This place is super close to my home. I'm only an hour and a half away from my house. I'm only an hour and a half away from my apartment in Shenzhen. Super, super close. Thank you, user. Thank you, Dorito. Thank you, user. How many of y'all just came in to this live stream? How many of y'all just tuned in? We've been streaming for... Yeah, we've been streaming for about an hour already. How many of y'all just tuned in? Y'all just tuned in? All right. We're at the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Diaolous of China, of southern China. We got easily another hour and a half here. And then we'll go get some lunch. All right. You just came in. We just got started. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Follow the channel. Share this live stream. All right. Just came in, Charlie. Man, Charlie, you ain't just come in, man. You've been here since the beginning, man. What the hell are you talking about? Let's keep moving. Thank you, Victoria and Jean. Also, I got some news for you guys, man. So because this is a rural part of China, I'm gonna let this gentleman pass through first. See, if this is in America, they would say thank you. You know what I'm saying? See how I just step aside? If we was in the United States, they would say thank you. My man walked past me like I was a log of wood. 好可爱，谢谢. Let's keep it moving. I'm just playing. Let's keep it moving. Hello, Prime Groove. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's get up out of here. All right, notice one thing. There's no basement here. There's no basement in this particular Diaolou. You see that? Only the ground floor. There's no basement. Thank you, JP. Let's keep it moving. Oh, heck yeah, we're lucky. All the people are gone now. They're all inside, so I think we can go in now. Thank you, Dream Inc. Should we go into this one, the most impressive one? Should we go into this one right now? There was a line just here just now. Should we go? Let's go into that one. So that one is the fanciest one, but it's fancy in the sense that it looks similar in how they decorated the inside. It's fancy from the perspective. Thank you, Dream Inc. That's how we move up the rankings, Dream Inc. These cheers, everything from the exclusive section, help us move up the rankings. All right, for those of you that just came in, this is the most expensive, this is the most impressive colonial style building here at this UNESCO World Heritage Site. I think it's called Mingshilou. Mingshilou. Thank you, Sherry and Robin. This is the one that is the most, that is the wealthiest family lived here. This gentleman came from North America and he came back to China. Whatever he did in Canada or America, he had made a fortune, and he came back and built a nice home in his home village. So this is the highlight. Well, actually, I wouldn't call this the highlight. I would say the people that's living, thank you, Furline. I would say the people that are actually currently living in the Diaolou, their home should be very nice to look at. So yeah, this is called Mingshilou, which means Mingshi building. And that's going to be our word of the day, by the way. A very simple word of the day is this word right here. Okay, this middle word, which is pronounced shi, S-H-I, shi. That means rock. That's our word of the day. Mingshilou. See that word right there? Shi, S-H-I. It means stone, rock. Okay. 刚才给你看了，刚才给你看了。刚才给你看。All right, let's just go in right away. And like I said, this is actually, this place is nice, man. Like, it's a very nice modern facility. So because UNESCO World Heritage Site comes out and inspects these places, and Amal, thank you. And you have to remember, this is a national 5A tourist attraction in China, which means inspectors come out every single year to check the experience that it's giving to tourists. So if this place is dirty, if this place is noisy, if it's not up to standard, they can remove one of the A's from this tourist attraction. So now it's 5A, but if an inspector comes out here and the toilet is dirty, the public bathroom is dirty, they don't do a good job, they will change it and downgrade it to a level 4A location. All right, so these places fight very hard to keep their 5A designation. Does that make sense? So that's why when you come out here, if you're coming from the United States, you don't speak the language locally, expect everything to be translated into English. There should be an English tour guide here as well. I did not hire a tour guide, but there should be English tour guides as well. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's go up there. What the hell is this? They go to the kitchen right here. A very primitive kitchen. Thank you, Sheila and Ashley. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Tap on your screen. Let's keep it moving. All right, first things first. What do you notice about this? Look at the art. All original. 100-year-old art right up there. Check this out. You see how it's faded? Thank you, Max. All original art. Thank you, Max. It's a clean water reservoir, exactly. So when you have clean water, clean drinking water, stored right here in these troughs. That's where all the clean drinking water is stored. Y'all see this right here? All right. So this is why it's so important. Before we go in, I know I don't want to bore you guys, but I have to tell you guys this. It is highly ironic, everything that you're seeing today. Because let me explain why. Thank you, Contented. Let me explain why it's so ironic to see what we see today. Okay, thank you, Mountain, for a number of reasons. The number one reason is during the Cultural Revolution, thank you, Tracy Joan and Dave. During the Cultural Revolution, a lot of old homes were smashed and destroyed. Because during the Cultural Revolution, to have something that was old, to have something that was an antique, is considered bad. Why is it that all these things survived? Nothing was damaged during the Cultural Revolution. Do any of you guys know the reason why? Any of you guys know the reason why all this was preserved? Any of you guys know why all this is so beautiful today? It was never smashed. Anybody know why? I'm just trying to see if anybody knows in the comments. It's protected, okay? Emperor's backing, okay? I'm gonna explain the reason why. When you were in the Cultural Revolution in the 1960s and the 1970s, the further north you were in China, the more you were impacted by the Cultural Revolution. Because it was a movement that ultimately originated from the campus of Peking University. So it was a northern movement. So when you're here deep in the down south of China, you are actually not as affected as if you were living in the upper northern area of China. Also, the fact that you're living here, by the fact that you're living here in a very remote village in the mountains, the Red Guards were not organized enough here, and many of them didn't really want to come all the way. There was no buses back then that took you out here just so you could go and smash people's homes. Does that make sense? So this is why all these things are so beautifully protected. This is so ironic because when you look at a shrine, like this in a Chinese home, a very ancient Chinese home, this is not a shrine, but there's another shrine up there. This is more like a mini shrine, okay? When you look at a shrine like this, look at the original shrine right here. We're gonna see that upstairs. This is actually a northern Chinese feature. This is a northern Chinese feature, meaning, thank you, Vic. Thank you so much, Vic. Meaning, this is something that started in the north. Yet, when you are in southern, you guys have to really remember this because I'm going to put it into an American analogy. Thank you, Mike, because you guys really have to listen to this. Imagine you were living in California and you're living in New Mexico or Arizona. These are not the original American territories. These are not the American 13 colonies. Imagine you were living in California and you were living in a way that exhibited more colonial history than your fellow Americans in Pennsylvania, in North Carolina, in Massachusetts, right? That would be highly ironic. right? Because California is not one of the original 13 states. The same concept goes here. When you are in Fujian, when you are in Guangdong, where we are, you actually see they do a better job of preserving a lot of traditional Chinese customs. Most northern Chinese homes and central Chinese homes, where all these practices originated, are actually far less traditional than a lot of southern families. Think about that. Fujian and Guangdong, where we are considered the outskirts, the border areas of ancient China, the trading ports. Yet the people living here actually preserved even more, in my opinion. You saw the dragon dance. You saw the Yingge dance that we saw in April and March. These folks living here actually did a better job of preserving the original Chinese traditions. My family in northern China, in Shanxi, thank you, Bei, in Shanxi province, they don't have a shrine at their house. They don't worship their ancestors at their house. My family in Jiangsu, I have never seen anybody with a shrine at their house. I've never seen that before. Right? So this is why it's highly ironic. It is highly ironic when you're here, because in southern China, you're actually in the borderlands. You're in the frontiers. Yet, for some reason, traditional Chinese artistry and traditional Chinese history is preserved. Traditional Chinese customs is preserved really well here. Thank you, Erica. Does that make sense, everybody? Did what I said just make sense? Thank you, Patty. Did what I said just make sense? That was a soliloquy, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Look at all this furniture over here. Did that make sense? Okay, beautiful. Now look at all this. Thank you, Erica. Look at how beautiful this looks. This is freaking absolutely beautiful. Now, if you look at the furniture here, I'm not sure if this one is original, but this is very typical Chinese style. Okay, so you can't sit. You can touch it, but you can't sit. All made out of hand-carved wood. No nails are used. Look at how they do this. Just like the Amish furniture you see back home in America, high-quality Amish furniture, this is all dovetailed. Okay? Look at this. This is all hand-carved, hand-done, put together. Okay? This is called Morrison and Tenery. I think it's called Morse and Tenery or Morrison and Tenery. This is a style of furniture making that doesn't require any nails. It uses the strength of the wood to maintain the shape. These are the best furniture you can find. No nails. And you could look at this piece right here. Solid marble. This is solid marble that you're sitting back on, which I don't think it's a good idea, by the way. Nowadays, we want cushions everywhere we go in the house. You know what I'm saying? We put cushions on our house. Here, they used solid marble. Look at this. Imagine it hurts your back. Anyway, let's keep moving up. Okay, once again, look at how narrow the staircase is over here. The type of wood, I don't know what type of wood this is. I think you guys are better versed than me. But I would tell you this wood doesn't look cheap. And here come the noisy tour guides. Here come the noisy tour groups, y'all. Here they come, y'all. Mortise and tenon. That's right, mortise and tenon. That's the word for it, mortise and tenon. That's the right word for it. Let me pin this comment, mortise and tenon. Let's keep my guy there. Here come the tour groups, man. We gotta get up out of here. We gotta go up. We gotta avoid them. Thank you, Bay. I gotta run, man. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta go up. I gotta avoid. Let's keep it moving. Mortise and tenon. That's what you guys can Google what that means. Beautiful. Yeah, that is a smoke detector. There's also cameras here. All right, now check this out. There's some black and white photos of these folks. Notice the way they're dressed. This is how you know they are Canadians, they are Americans. Look at the way they're dressed. The woman here is wearing a traditional Chinese qipao. Look at the man of the family. They're dressed like Americans back then, right? They're not wearing traditional Chinese clothing. These are all overseas Chinese that had come back. Look at this. Beautiful. And this is, you see, by the way, look at the way that a traditional Qing Dynasty man looks like. Look at his hair. Back then, the Qing Dynasty required that you shave the front half of your head. The front half of your head. We just hit, let's get to 300,000 likes, everybody. I thought we just hit it. Look at the front of their head right here. All shaved. Everybody, the hearts only cost 1 penny, but they help us move up the rankings. And look at that. A European-style wedding 100 years ago. Look at this. Thank you, Chad. Look at that. Look at that. What the hell is that? We got a European-style wedding 100 years ago. Thank you, Callie and Jean. Beautiful. Here come the yappers, man. Here come the yappers, everybody. All wearing suits and ties. Thank you, Camaro and Vic. All wearing suits and ties. Thank you, MZ. All right, it's about to get very noisy, y'all. Here come the tour guides. Thank you, Ace and Vic. The yappening is happening. Here they come, right here. Yeah, please go. Please go downstairs. Please go. Please get out of here. All right, let's keep moving. And you can see the women of the house back then in the Qing Dynasty. This is how they were dressed back then. I find it funny that the men wore Western clothing, but the women not so much. Why is that? I don't understand why that is. Okay, you see that? See how the women are wearing traditional Chinese clothing, but the men are wearing Western suits and ties? I don't understand why. See, look. Old family photos. Look, all the men are wearing suits and ties. Look at this. Beautiful. I am most struck by this photo right here, man. Look at this. Is that a young American girl? Oh man, these people rich back then, man. They are rich back then. All right, here come the yappers. Thank you, Johanna. Oh, here come the noisy people. Here come the noisy folks, man. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. All right, this is the storage room. Thank you, Johanna. No, I think this is like a little, what they do at the, I ain't never been to a wedding before in my life. But you know, at the weddings, man, they got a little kid over here. They be using child labor and shit. They got a little kid to bring you the ring. I think it's the same concept over here. Thank you, LV. Thank you, Michelle. Look, this is the original Crazy Rich Asians. Thank you, Wonderful. This is the original Crazy Rich Asians. Thank you, Freeman and Wonderful. Okay? Yeah, Flower Girl, exactly. They the original. All right, man. Check out this bedroom right here. Dang. That's what I'm saying, Wendy. They be using child labor over here. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I keep it real, man. I tell you guys. Look at this. See, I don't even know what that is. Look like some type of a stove over here. Once again, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. This bed is not good for the boom boom. If I'm hitting the boom boom on this bed, I'm telling y'all, 12 birds are gonna fall off by the time I'm done. There's like 30 birds up here. Probably only gonna be half the birds still standing once I'm done with this bed right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. Look how beautiful this is carved right here. Beautiful. Thank you, Hufflepuff. You know, them birds gonna be gone by the time I'm done. It's very, very flimsy, man. This bed does not look sturdy at all. Look at that. Very European. You see all the shaving kits that this gentleman had at his bed. Thank you, Cathers and Freeman. Y'all see this right here? Look at all the shaving kits he had. You see that? See, here come the noise, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Here come the noise. I'm sorry about all the noise, but the tour group is here. I tried to avoid them all day, but they have followed me. Okay, they have followed me. They are here. A lot of noise coming up. There's nothing I could do about it. Let's just keep it moving. Quality of this stuff. Look at this. Again, very European, right? Look at the silverware that they used. I don't mind the noise, to be honest, man. These folks worked hard all their lives. They're retired now. They deserve to have a good time being on vacation. You know, they've been working hard all their life. I don't understand a damn word that they're saying because they're speaking in Cantonese. I don't understand what they're saying. Thank you, Glazel. I don't speak any Cantonese. But you see, a lot of senior citizens love to come out here. Anyway, go back to what I was saying. Look at all this. Thank you to Obvious. They just enjoy life. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it. Beautiful. Let's get them out of here. This table also exquisite. Look at this. Solid marble. Thank you, Chris. Look at this. Solid freaking marble right here. Let's keep it moving. All the way up. Let's keep moving. Patriarch of the family. Matriarch of the family. You know, she's making a face that I make when I'm not very impressed with something. You know what I'm saying? She's making the same face, and this is the face I make when I'm very surprised. And when I'm very, very surprised. All right? Beautiful. Let's keep it moving. Now, you can see the kitchen here is a little bit bigger than the one that we saw in the other home. They have a third floor kitchen here with its own pantry. Dude, I feel like a freaking real estate agent. I'm out here talking about bedrooms and feng shui and pantries. Here, look at this bathroom. Look at the view. I feel like I'm trying to sell a house over here. It just occurred to me. I feel like I'm selling sunsets. I feel like I'm that Ryan guy from selling New York, selling Manhattan. The hell? Here go your spare bedroom. This is for your guests. This is for kids. You have another single bed here with very good cross circulation. I could feel the wind hitting my face. Okay? Ryan Serhan, that's his name. Ryan Serhan. Beautiful. Let's get up out of here. Let's go upstairs. Let's go up. Show you guys some cool stuff up here. And we have some very comfy chairs. All right, we'll come back and see this later. I want to take you guys to the best part, which is the roof. Very beautiful up there. The roof is incredible. We'll come back down here in a second. I'll check out these two levels in a second. Actually, you know what? Look at that. Look at that. Hold on one second. I'm winded. I'm winded for this climate. It's kind of good that I'm on the road. And I ain't really got to put the boom boom to action. Because I don't think I will give a very good performance right now. I think my performance will be kind of weak right now, man. I feel like my cardio is not exactly up to par. Thank you, Dream Inc. So it's kind of good that I am on the road. Let's keep moving. All right. Look, I don't know who lived here, but this is probably the gentleman who came from overseas. Gone is the Chinese bed. Back is the European bed. European style bed with some Chinese decorations on it. Look how fancy this is. Man. Look at the wash basin. Look at the makeup table. Look at that. Beautiful. I am winded, y'all. I am winded. This climb may be a little bit winded. Man, it's a pretty nice house, right? Very nice house. 300,000 likes, everybody, in less than 2 hours. Please keep tapping on your screen. Let's keep it moving. This is actually, I gotta tell you guys this, man. This is actually a nice home. Like this one, this is why this is the fanciest one. This is actually a decent home. And you can see back then, they even wanted their furniture to be made like the French. You see that? Look at these French chairs. This is what I've always admired about the Europeans. They knew how to live life comfortably. I don't want to sit on a hard-ass marble or hard-ass rock. Thank you, Nikki Bell. I want to sit on a nice cushioned chair back. Beautiful. I mean, look, all the trappings from Europe, all the trappings from, thank you, Nikki Bell, all the trappings from a comfortable life in the West, they had it. And they go to mahjong table right there. Even 100 years ago, they were playing mahjong on this table. Y'all see that? Thank you, Bae. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank you, Kels. Just a really nice place, man. This is a very nice home. Thank you, Kels. You know, this actually reminds me of my grandparents' home. Not in the sense of how luxury it is. Like the way, like my grandparents' home was so bare. When I used to visit them all the time as a kid, on my mom's side, their home was so bare. The walls, the floors. This is what it reminds me of. This reminds me of my grandparents' house. Rest in peace, Grandma. Rest in peace, Grandpa. I love you. Beautiful. Thank you, Ashley. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Ashley. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. What we got over here? Go another kitchen. This is a little simple kitchen that we got over here. All right, the gentleman to the left, I'm going to show you. That is the patriarch of the family. This is the gentleman that actually came from overseas. All right, thank you, Ashley. So this is the statue of the owner. The people that you saw downstairs in the photo are his parents and his grandparents. So they're the ancestors. You can see by the glasses that he's wearing. All right. Thank you, Lee. Lee, thank you, Lee. You were the first one, and you take us to the finish line. Thank you, Lee. Lee, thank you. You were the first one today. Thank you, Lee. Bronze statue of the owner. All right, let's go up to the top floor, the roof, because that's where it's actually pretty cool. You see, look, this is how you know the guy knew how to live a comfortable life. Thank you, Lee. This is very beautiful. Look at this. Thank you, Martha. Laney, this is not a British home. This is the UNESCO World Heritage Site in China called the Diaolou. Okay, if you just came in, Laney, this is in southern China. These homes are all UNESCO Protected World Heritage Site. Robin, thank you so much for the rose. And Martha, thank you so much. Yes, moderators, please keep that pin up as much as possible. So people know what the heck is going on. Very beautiful. We're in the middle of a village. Let's go ahead and go up. Let's go to the top. Thank you, Robin. Excuse me. All right, first courtyard. But before we go into the courtyard, what did I tell you guys? All right, hat off once again. Be respectful and be polite. Thank you, Bae. Thank you so much, Rita. Check this out. I mean, this is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. It says Qing Dynasty. I mean, this is Qing Dynasty, y'all. It says, look at this. Okay, my Chinese is not as good where I could read all these letters, but I believe it says Chang. What's the second word? Fa? What's that word? What's that second word in Chinese? This is Qi Xiang, so it means good luck. What's that second word right there? It means like good prosperity for a long time. Fa, right? Chang Fa Qi Xiang, which means basically good fortune, good prosperity, and good luck. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at this. Look at the way this is carved, y'all. Live long and prosper. There we go. You make it sound so much better than I do. I could tell you got an education. I only got a 5th grade education in China. Look at this. Beautiful. Look at the details here. All gilded in gold color. Look at that. Man, this is incredible. Look at this one right here. Man on the right, woman on the left. Look at this. Look at that. All hand carved out of wood. This is all wood, by the way. This is not iron. All right, let's go into the yard. It's beautiful. This is a second shot. There's additional rooms here, but they're closed. Now, check out this yard right here. Now, that's a yard. That is a balcony right here. This balcony is easily 30, it's easily a 600 to 700 square foot balcony. And all jokes aside, let's put all the jokes aside for a second. This is what I mean by this is the baddest Diaolou of them all at this UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is the only one that you can go up to where they built the circular watchtowers. Thank you, Bay. You see all the circular watchtowers over here? How many of you guys remember when I streamed from the Great Wall of China? How many of you guys remember the Great Wall of China, everybody? Raise your hand if you remember when I was streaming at the Great Wall of China. Thank you, Tracy. He said, welcome to MTV Cribs. You guys remember that. Wonderful remembers that, right? Okay. Remember the Great Wall of China had those eyes that look towards the enemy. Do you guys remember that? And it was tilted, meaning it was bigger on the inside, but smaller on the outside to make sure that the enemy can't shoot like an arrow, thank you, Ria, or throw an object in, but the people on the inside could still see clearly. Look at this. Same concept. Same freaking concept. Thank you, Amanda. You see that? Same concept. See that? Bigger on the outside so you can see clearly, but you don't want to give the enemy a lot of openings so that they could throw some objects up here. Thank you, Warrior. You see that? 2 of them. And you can see this one right here. Same concept. Hello, Paula in Canada. What up, Cajun? The comments move fast, Cajun. I can't see every single comment. Does that make sense, everybody? All right? So all jokes aside, man, to be honest, man, rather than peeing in that nasty-ass bucket where everybody else peed in before, honestly, man, I would just come out here. I would just stick my thing out of this right here, and I would do my business. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure some people have. This looks like the perfect place to stick your thing out of and then zip, let it rip. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Shit. I'm telling y'all, one of them try to climb up into my house, man. I'm giving it, let's keep it moving. Shit. I'm telling y'all, one of them try to climb up into my house, man. I'm giving them the number 2. Okay? I'm giving them the number 2 from right here. They try to climb up into my house. Okay? They try to get into my house. Unauthorized entry, trespassing. They getting the business from me. I'm pulling my pants down. I'm giving them the business from right up here. Okay? We could fight later. But you're going to have to fight dirty. Okay, they're going to keep it moving. All right, by the way, look at this. It's freaking beautiful up here. Freaking beautiful. And just like I said, man, you know, this is why this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Because you just don't see this in other parts of China. You know, you really have to go to Beijing. You have to go to the Imperial Palaces in Beijing. Oh, also, how many of you guys remember the Summer Palace stream? Oh, my God. That seems like so long ago. But that was really only a month and a half ago. You remember when we were in Beijing? And we were at the old Summer Palace that was burnt down by the British and the French. How many of you guys remember that? The place that was burnt down by the British and the French. We streamed that about a month and a half ago. You guys remember that, right? So that is probably one of the few other places in China from a historical perspective that you could see really old Chinese buildings that are made with European influences. This is why it's ironic, right? Like, the colonial stuff has been burnt down. I'm sorry, the imperial stuff has been burnt down, but the everyday families that built these 100 years ago, they still stand. That's why these are so valuable. Thank you, W Blower. In Chinese, it's called Mingjian, which means among with the people, right? The imperial stuff is destroyed, but here in southern China, in Mingjian, this still survives. Thank you, W Blower. I know that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. These columns are all European style. This gentleman was Canadian. He was Canadian Chinese, or he was Chinese Canadian. All right, let's go up there. Let's go all the way to the top. Let's go all the way to the top. Look at this. Beautiful. This is, I'm serious, man. It says Hui Shui. You see that? Literally means, what the hell does that mean? Jar containing whitewash. That's a nice way of saying pee and feces. It's a very nice and polite and diplomatic way to say this is where they took a dump. In this nasty ass bucket right here. So I ain't even gonna open this bucket. I'm usually a very curious person. I like to open the lid and see what's inside and shit. I ain't gonna open this one. We're gonna keep it moving. Look how narrow these staircases are. Look at this. I appreciate that, user. I appreciate that. More videos coming. Gotta thank China Mobile today for this great signal. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the beautiful Diaolou villages. You tell me this is not beautiful. Look at this. This is the view that I sent you guys yesterday on Discord. This is where I was standing. That's a view. All right, I think you guys, probably some of you guys, maybe take a little screenshot of this. Thank you, Emily Wood. Let me get rid of my face for 1 second. Let's take a little screenshot of this. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so these are, by the way, you see, look at these two right here. What do you notice about the one on the right? Am I the only one that notices this? It's freaking leaning. You see how the one on the right is now leaning a little bit to the right? I just noticed that. Look at that. It's leaning. That's right. It's about 100 years old. So everything you see here is about 100 to 110 years old. That one is leaning. And this is what I mean when I tell you it took me an hour and 15 minutes to get here this morning. We are in the middle of rural pastoral China. Like, this is like in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of nowhere, everybody. Okay, this is as rural as you can get in southern China. And the reason I say that is the population density here in southern China is very, very dense. There's over 100 million people that live out here in Guangdong province. There's a lot of people. So to be able to come out to a place like this, a very quiet village like this, it's a blessing, it's a treat. Because there's people everywhere. There's large cities everywhere. So let's keep it moving. We're gonna get lunch. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. All right. There's a restaurant at the entrance of this tourist spot. It's the only entrance. I'm gonna see if they could cook me a live chicken. That's what I want. I want a live chicken. Okay? I want to separate a chicken from his family. I want a live chicken. Okay, thank you, Derek. Derek, you're here. This is the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Diaolous of Southern China. This is a UNESCO World Heritage. I want a live chicken. Okay? Let's keep it moving. He said, nah, bro. Nah, I'm probably just going to order some beef. You know what I'm saying? Wonderful said, no. By the way, a quick quiz. Charlie, you know the answer to this still, so don't answer it for the people. Which country in this world has the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites? Do any of you guys know the answer to that question? It's not China, so I already gave you a big hint. Which country in the world has the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites? Anybody knows? Not Peru, not Japan, not England, definitely not England, not Cambodia. The most number of UNESCO World Heritage. I don't see a single right answer. Nobody knows this. France. I got the first person with the right answer. Who was that? Connie Baker. Connie Baker has the right answer. Italy is the country with the most amount of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The country of Italy. So many, I think over 64 or 5 now UNESCO World Heritage Sites in a small country, Italy. China is right behind. I believe China is only 1 or 2 behind. More are being added every single year. Thank you, Lucas Ghost. This one, thank you, Lucas, for the heart. This one was added in 2007. There's more being added from China every single year. Thank you, Lucas Ghost. Okay, so let's keep it moving. That's the one we were just in. That was the roof that we were not allowed to go up there. You can see how simple that one is compared to this one. Look at this European style right here. You see that right here? I will take you guys to Italy one day, I promise. I promise you guys. Look at that. So you can see this one is just so much fancier, so much more luxurious. Look at this. Fucking beautiful. This one is fancy, I know. Very, very fancy. Now, what is that? Oh, this is probably a way to collect rainwater. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful views. This is the reason why you pay $11 to come here, man. It's very well worth it. If you guys are ever in Canton, you're ever in Guangzhou, I highly recommend you come out to the Diaolous of China. Thank you, Greg. You guys have to come out here because this place is freaking beautiful. This place is freaking beautiful, man. I'm glad you guys could all see this, man. The Ritas of the world, the Dylans, the Charlies, the Lees, man, everybody, the Nanas, everybody, man. There's so many people to name, the Alexes, the Peppers, my moderators, Amuj, Wendy, Curb, everybody, Shayna. I'm glad you guys could see this. Thank you, Brave, because when you guys wake up in the morning, I will stream this evening, so your morning time is going to be a very different scenery. I'll be going to a night market in the middle of the city. So it's not every day. And of course, the Derricks of the world. I just wish Kenneth was here. I wish a lot of people that supported. I'm glad that Olga was able to see this a little bit as well before she went to bed. So Liz was able to see this. This is the type of show that what I love to do. The history, the scenery. Not every place that you go to has a very reliable internet signal. We struggle more than we have an internet good. I'll tell you this. The bad signal days outweigh the good signal days. Thank you, Greg. This is right here. True Gods is here. I didn't see him. True Gods is here. I appreciate True Gods. Like I said, Mauricio. Can't forget about Mauricio. Look at this. Absolutely freaking beautiful. I know the Great Wall was signal. What was not? It was no good. The signal was no good, but today is perfect. All right, let's get up out of here. All right, let's go into this person's home right here. All right, let's go into this person's home. What up, Derek, man? Thank you, Derek. Thank you for the little lion. That's the one somebody is living in right now. That's the one I'm trying to go into. Shall we go into that one? Walk around a little bit. Dude, this is the $1 million view right here. Thank you, NFT item. It's beautiful. Let's get out of here. All right, let's go into that one. Shelby. Can't forget about Shelby. Dude, there's too many people to thank, man. There's too many people that support the channel. I'm sorry if I forgot to acknowledge you. Thank you very much. One last thing. Check this out. Man, just look at how bougie this is. Thank you, NFT. How much have we lagged today? We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. How much have we lagged at all? I'm like at least 6 stories up. How much have we lagged at all today? None? This new SIM card might be the answer to my problems. Shit. All right, let's get out of here. All right, one last 30-second elevator pitch for everybody who just came in. The Diaolous of China are unique and special, 30 seconds, because it was built by overseas Chinese who had come back from America, Canada, Malaysia, and other parts of the world. That's what makes this place special. They combined traditional Chinese architecture with European and American colonial-style buildings. This is why the Diaolou is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's not just a Chinese history, it's a world history. 30-second elevator pitch over. Let's get out of here. Let's go into some more. Let's go to the one that we can pay for to go into. Hopefully she'll let us in. Let's get out of here. It was a lady yesterday, so we'll also see if we could chat with her a little bit. Gotta be careful with these steps, yo. Who said I had small feet? Look at the size of these feet right here. Who said I had small feet? Look at that. feet so big, don't even fit on the steps. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Big O. Keep it moving. Let's get out of here. One more look at the shrine. Thank you, NFT. Beautiful. Look at this. Thank you, Dakota. For those of you that just came in, this is the family shrine. Pay respect to the ancestors. Thank you, Colleen. Beautiful. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Beautiful, right? Those of you that just came in. All gilded using gold. Look at this. Freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Doesn't get any more traditional than this in China. For a private residence, this is about as elaborate as you will ever see a family shrine. Most Chinese families have like a little small piece. All right, they have like a small piece. This is about as elaborate as you will ever see in a Chinese home. I mean, this is some next level stuff. This is some next level stuff, man. Let's keep it moving. All right, yeah, we got some spammers, but no worries. Thank you, Terry. See, when I see Pug just came in, you know I gotta stop at this again. Look at these layers right here. Look at this. Absolutely freaking beautiful. Absolutely freaking beautiful. Let's get out of here. This is it right here, y'all. This is the shrine. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Bay. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get out of here. Thank you, Dakota. Sunshine. Yeah, let's get 400,000 likes. Let's keep moving. Nah. There's just a lot of spammers today. For the last couple of days, there have been a lot of spammers on TikTok causing trouble on everybody's live stream. I saw Miles. I was watching Miles Morales for like 10 seconds before I went live. I was in the car, and he was getting spammed really hard as well. Thank you, Sunshine. So it's just a lot of spammers. And they go to the live streams. I have like a lot of people watching, and you know, they cause trouble. So we're okay. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's go to this floor right here. This is the one that we skipped when we were up here. Beautiful.
Yeah, like right now, it's so one week.
Look, you hear the English? Go European right there. You hear the English back there? Thank you, Bay. I think either American or y'all hear the accent? Either American, Australian, or European. I saw that. First foreigner I've seen here at this site today. I saw a lot of Russians yesterday when I was here filming. First foreigner I've seen. Yes, thank you, Annie, for that comment. The hearts help us move up the rankings. Thank you, Sunshine. By the way, this joke is for Derek. This is where all the magic happens, Derek. The boom boom. Although I'm not sure if this thing is gonna fit you though. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot going on at the house. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you, Jim. You got a lot. You got a lot going on at the house. Look at this. Thank you, Dakota. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's keep it moving. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you, Sparky. Thank you, Dakota. Nice out here, man. Thank you, Dakota. This look like a little lady's bed over here. You can see the lady shoes on the bottom. Thank you, Sophie and Sparky. Heidi and Sophie. Where you from? Where you from?
Me?
Yeah.
Norway?
Are you from Norway? All right, cool. I'm from the United States.
Yeah.
They speak English in Norway?
No, Norwegian.
They speak Norwegian? How's your English so good?
We have to.
Yeah.
Norwegian. We are 5 million people.
I got you.
We don't get very far with Norwegian.
I got you. All right. All right. A nice lady from Norway. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. All right, from Norway. I didn't even know they spoke English. I didn't know they spoke American over there in Norway. Damn. That's why you gotta learn English, ladies and gentlemen. You go around everywhere in the Western world, all you gotta do is speak English, and you good. Gotta learn English. Gotta learn English. Let's keep it moving. Yes, there's no mattress on these things. You gotta understand, the Chinese people prefer beds that are a little bit harder. So what they do with these wood beds is that there's a very, very thin layer of cotton, a very thin sheet. This is another reason why this is not my selection. This is going. Can you imagine you do the boom boom and you end up with a torn ACL at the end? Mess up your meniscus, torn ACL. That seems like a very high price to pay for some boom boom. For some boom boom, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and skip on that. Okay, that'd be like doing it right down here on the floor. Okay, end up with a torn ACL. Okay, it's that shit again. Let's keep it moving. Man, not smoking here, bro. Not smoking here. He said I've done worse. Excuse me. Man, look at this hard ass bed over here, man. Look at this. I'm telling y'all, man, I make this lame ass joke every single time, but somebody from penitentiary is watching this TikTok live right now. I'm like, God damn, I sleep on a softer bed than you. And I'm in a prison in Florida. Look how hard this bed is. Look at this. I don't know why, but the Chinese people love hard beds. I don't know why. Ever try to sleep on a what's it called? On a Chinese sleeper train? Oh my God. My neck and my back messed up after I sleep on a Chinese sleeper train. My neck and my back. It's very hard beds. Very, very hard. Man, it's good for the back. Not good for my back. It's just really hard. The best way to do it is put a lot of cushion on this. All jokes aside, my parents don't have any back issues, so I guess this does work. They don't have any lower back issues. So I guess sleep on a hard bed if you don't want any back issues. Let's keep moving. It's like 3 bedrooms on just this one floor. Look at that. They prefer hard beds too. I like my bed soft and bouncy and springy. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Actually, let's keep it moving. I'm serious, Colette. I like my beds hard. I like my bed soft and springy. And the sheets silky. Charlie Lambert, how'd you know this? That's exactly right. I like my beds soft, springy, and silky. Let's get out of here. Let's go see if we can pay to go see that lady's house. Chat with her for a little bit. It's the American in me, absolutely, man. By the way, hey, because a lot of y'all just joined, I have to say this again. Even though they learn from America and Canada how to build these homes in Western architectural styles, again, no carpets, no flooring, none of that whatsoever. Very, very basic style Chinese cement ground. Everywhere you go, this is just as if you were in the Qing Dynasty or Ming Dynasty courtyard. You know what I'm saying? So this is why these people are so amazing, is that even though they built their buildings on the outside to look European, they never forgot their Chinese roots. The inside of the homes looks very much Chinese. You know what I mean? One floor, you got French chairs and French furniture. And then on the next floor, thank you, Heidi, you got traditional Chinese style furniture. It's very, very interesting, by the way. Like just, they just never forgot their roots, even though this is clearly a European style home. You know? This, we call that fusion. Thank you, Heidi. This is why it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's get them out of here. Oh, back into the heat we go, everybody. Back into the hot ass heat we go. Joe says he works for the enemy. Look at that spammer right there, man. Let's keep it moving. Oh, he be scamming. He be spamming. That's the mindset that gets us in trouble. Always talking about other people like they ops and enemies. Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just get along, man? The temperature here today is over 90 degrees. It's hot. It's probably cool where you are, but it's hot out here. We're in the deep south in China. This is the Florida of China. It's hot. Oh, it's hot. Thank you, D. Fraser and Tyler. Beautiful. So what do you guys think of this home? Fancy, right? Beautiful and fancy. Thank you, D. Fraser. What do you guys think of this home right here? Thank you, Jennifer. What do you guys think? Thank you, D. Fraser, for the what's it called, for the bracelets. Ah, very fancy, right? This from a private residence for a private family. This is really back then at that particular time as luxurious as you can possibly get. As luxurious as a normal resident, a human being can possibly get. Thank you, Kristen. It just doesn't get any better than this. Let's keep it moving. Let's get out of here. Come out here back for a little bit. This home was built in 1925. So this home is exactly 99 years old. Let's get out of here. All right, what time is it where you guys are? For me, it's noon right now, so it's almost time for lunch. But it's only 11 p.m. on the East Coast. So let's explore a little bit more, and then it'll be time for lunch. Only 7:55, 8 p.m. This is how I know the signal is really good. When the comments come back so quickly, it means that the internet quality is very good and you guys can hear me in real time very, very quickly. And the comments are coming back quick. We have impeccable internet today. Thank you, God. Thank you, Bay. All right, we're going to have to go. We'll go to lunch in a second. Let's see if we can get into this lady's house. Please follow the channel, everybody. Hit that follow button. And share this live stream. We got over 1,000 shares. Thanks to you who shared. And thanks to people like JK who really shared. You guys, impeccable. Let's get out of here. 哎，你好，问一个问题啊，在这个景区里面有没有农家乐啊？
没有，
就只有在外面有是吧？就是外面那个餐厅是吧？
嗯，
它那个外面那个地方有土鸡吗？
土鸡很少。
很少是吗？
嗯，是啊。
Man, I saw a bunch of chickens. 好，谢谢你，谢谢你。I saw a bunch of chickens roaming around the grounds yesterday. I took a video of some chickens, and I asked her if it was possible to get one of them chickens for lunch. She said, kind of hard. So we'll have to see when we get to that restaurant. We're gonna have to haggle with the owner a little bit, see if they can catch us a chicken, and this time cook it a little bit more thoroughly so I don't get food poisoning. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, that lady was very nice. By the way, when you're in China, try to come out to these types of UNESCO World Heritage sites. Because when you go to Beijing, everybody and their mama is there. Okay? She said, now you know better. Thank you, D. Fraser. What do I think about Dogecoin? I'm going to put it this way. Now is the moment to stay cool. Thank you, D. Fraser. Because the market is going kind of wild. I'm trying to take my mind off of it by working hard, doing my job every day. Because right now, the market is a little bit crazy. Thank you, James. You could go ahead and ask Derek about this. But when the market is going crazy like this, it's best if you just sit by and do nothing. My biggest investing mistakes I've ever made is I do too much. The ones where I do absolutely nothing have been my best investments. Just sit back, be patient, and let everything ride out. Let's keep moving. Get out of here. I know, this is beautiful. And this is called 华侨文化, which literally means overseas Chinese culture. Beautiful. Thank you for the soccer, Bay. Thank you very much. By the way, how do you guys like this terrain out here, man? Being out here in the wilderness and the ruralness. You guys like this? Thank you, Eminem. You guys like this, right? Wonderful. I agree. I agree, man. I like being out here too. It's a nice change. After this stream is over, after I have lunch, I'm actually gonna go into the city center of Kaiping. I'm gonna find a little massage parlor to take a shower because it's very hot. I'm gonna freshen up, and then I'm gonna get a quick 90-minute massage and take a nap, and then I'll be fresh for the evening. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, Marlene. Where we'll stream from the night markets, the downtown neighborhoods in this small city, in this small district called Kaiping. Okay, beautiful. Let's keep it moving. We've been streaming for approximately 2 hours now. Thank you, Diaolou. You said, what game is this? This is not a game, dog. This is real ass life on TikTok. Okay, this is not GTA 6, man. This is real life. This. Look, before we go into this person's crib over here, look at this. We're eating rural farm cooking. So there's a restaurant at the front entrance. See, I gotta be a little bit careful because they have a monopoly. They are the only restaurant within like a 5-mile radius. So I'm gonna have to tuck in my chain when I walk into that restaurant because I don't want to look like a big fat dollar sign when I walk in, like a dumb American, and walk in and then they're gonna charge me double the price. We're gonna walk in, we're gonna tuck everything in, tuck all the chain in, okay, and then we're gonna lead with this. Thank you, Sophie. We're gonna lead with these nasty ass Skechers over here. Okay, we're gonna lead with these nasty ass Skechers so we can get a good deal on our lunch because I'm not about to overpay for lunch. Okay, yeah, put the Folex away. Okay, put the fake Rolex away. Okay, put all that stuff away. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Let them know. Let them know that we need a good deal. We need a good price. Door's still closed, man. Wake your ass up, man. Do some business. I'm trying to give you some money to do a tour of your house. Freaking door is still closed. I'm not using any gimbal. I'm using my right arm. I've had 34 years of practice with my right arm. My right arm is very strong and very steady. Man, wake up. Look at this. Y'all think I should knock on her door? What y'all think? Y'all think I should knock on her door? It's $3 for a tour. I think so. I hear people inside. There's people inside right now. Maybe no, they talking. I could hear them. They're having lunch right now. Let's go. Let's get her out of here. What's 9 plus 10? 19. I got a 5th grade education and I know that. What the hell? Y'all hear this? Y'all hear the ducks? Do you guys hear this? That's where we need to go. That's where we need to go for lunch. Y'all, we are League A1 number 16, everybody. Because of all the hearts and all the exclusive bracelets and cheers that you guys have been sending. We are number 16 on League A1, everybody. Because of folks like Liz, like everybody, man. That's crazy, y'all. Thank you, Linda and Shayna. I'm serious, man. We are number 16 in League A1. I don't think you guys realize how hard that is. All right, looks like we have to go eat, everybody. Let's see how long I've been streaming. I wanted to do at least 2 hours here. Man, thank you, Greg and Robin. I'm serious, man. We League A1 number 16. Thank you, Marlene. Look, a sincere word of thank you, y'all. I started streaming again last Sunday. Not this past Sunday. Last Sunday. I've only been streaming since I took 3 weeks off, 2 weeks off I've only been streaming for like 8 days. When we started streaming again, we were in League B3. Not only did we fight back to League A1, the highest league, we're like ranked in the top 20 in League A1. That's crazy. Within the span of like 9 days, 8.5 days. That's crazy. Man, thank you, Sylvia and Jem. This is the building that's tilting, by the way. All right, let's go ahead and get them out of here. Thank you. I want to go inside. I do. I think they're having lunch. Thank you, Lori. There's a phone number up here. It's a lot more polite if I call them. Somebody. Art Chuchu. Let me hit him up real quick. Good evening, Cheryl Curtis. 哎，喂，喂，哎，你好，你好，我听说你这个栋楼花20块钱可以参观一下，是吗？可以参。哦，下班了，不能参观了，今天。哦，哦，好，谢谢。Damn. They said what they say? They said they off duty now. They said they off duty now. Basically they said 他们下班了。下班 means no longer working right now. So let's go to lunch. Let's walk around. Let's go to lunch. No, closed, not for closed for lunch. Closed for laziness. This ain't no closed for lunch. Closed for laziness. Okay, closed for laziness. Let's keep moving. Let's go to lunch. Hold up. Let me tuck my chain in. I'm gonna take off my bracelet. All right, when we go into that restaurant, I'm gonna ask for a good deal. Come on, man. You got somebody literally. You guys ever heard of the phrase, sit on your ass at home and make money? That's literally for them. They could sit on their ass at home and make money. Thank you, Ashley. And they don't capture the opportunity. Think about that. They could sit on their ass at home and make money. And they're not even going to do that. Thank you, Pink. Think about that. I know. Amuj. I'm sorry to bump your comment, man. I want you guys to look right now as we go to lunch. Look at the quality of the American education right there. Look at the way this sentence is structured. I doing it right now. Look at that. Goddamn. American education at work over here. I doing it right now. Look at that. Look at that. George W. Bush, listen to me. George W. Bush, if you're watching this, your No Child Left Behind policy did not work because you left Charlie Lambert behind. Okay, so this whole No Child Left Behind bullshit that George W. Bush had, I want you to look at the result. Okay, because you left Charlie behind. Okay? You left Charlie behind. Look at this sentence. I doing it right, no. Goddamn. Left him behind. All right, we'll do a little loop around this place and then time to get out of here. Glad we could see it. Go ahead and get up out of here. You see this? Y'all see this? And by the way, man, you know what I feel really sad about? Every time, so we have a viewer named Kenneth. Y'all know him. Always blesses the channel. Every time Mr. Kenneth comes in, I'm always stuffing my face with food. Thank you, Cheryl Curtis. On a day when I'm actually working hard out here, he's nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? This is why I hope he always swipes in when I always feel bad when I'm stuffing my face at lunch or dinner and he comes in. I want him to know that I'm actually working hard out here in the wilderness. You know what I mean? Let's keep moving. There's probably snakes out here too. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Sumaya. Yeah, you probably pop in while we're eating. Harry Potter house right here. Show the rice. All jokes aside, man. Just right here. Is literally how the Chinese people feasted on for the last, hold on. This is literally how the Chinese people survived the last couple of thousands of years. These things right here. Nah, it's all organic farming over here. They don't use any pesticides over here. This is all organic farms, fertilizers. As good as it gets. Let's get up out of here. Dog, it's hot, man. It's November, man. It shouldn't be this hot. It's hot as hell. My ass is burning up here. All right, stand right here. Watch out for snakes. Check this out right here. Beautiful. It does. Rice does grow in water. Yes, it does. Look at the bottom of this. It's all water. There's snakes. There's got to be snakes here. This is the Diaolou that you are not allowed to go in. This is private. I don't know if this is private property or what, but this is I mean, look at this. Beautiful. All right, y'all ready for lunch? Go get something to eat. Ready for lunch? Get up out of here. Yeah, windows closed. You can't even go in. This is fully defense fortified. All right, Lori, let's go. It's nice to be back. It's nice to be back. I said to you guys, it'll probably take me a couple weeks to get back into League A1. It really only took us like 6 days. So thank you guys very much. All right, this one right here. This is probably like the oldest one here. Built in 1919. So this gentleman came back from Southeast Asia, so I would imagine the Philippines or Malaysia. Yeah, 1919. This building is 105 years old. Look at that. Thank you, Captain Nacho. Yeah, this is a historical site, but you got to remember, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a real village. There's a lot of villagers living here. A lot of them are descendants or related to the people that are here, that used to live here 100 years ago. You know, this scene, by the way, don't forget about the buildings. This scene reminds me of the quote from The Gladiator, where Russell Crowe is standing in a field and the winds are blowing. What up, Derek? face out of this for a second. Yeah, it's right after he was stabbed, exactly. Look at that. Thank you, Marlene. It's beautiful. So freaking beautiful. It's freaking beautiful, man. Derek, I hope your portfolio is doing well. Terrace, thank you. I know mine is. Thank you, Broly and Buttons. It's doing so well. I'm actually a little bit scared. When things go well in life, I get more careful. Let's keep moving. Thank you, David. All right, last thing we're gonna look at before we head out, thank you, David, is these two buildings right here. Thank you, David. Captain Nacho, I appreciate you, sir. Today a little bit different, man. We out of the city today. Thank you, T-Po. Thank you, Captain Nacho. We out here in the wilderness. I gotta give a thanks. Gotta give a shout out to China Mobile, man. See the way they try to improve citizens, the peasants' life out here. Not the peasants, but the rural residents. I shouldn't even use the word peasants because they're not really peasants. Just rural residents, the way they try to improve their lives. Impeccable 5G here. Like the freaking 5G here is impeccable. It's freaking impeccable 5G. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie, that's how we are in League A1. Those exclusive cheers. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, the 5G is impeccable, baby. Everybody, let's keep the chats flowing. Let's keep the comments flowing. So once again, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is one of 3 villages in Kaiping, Sherry and Victoria, 3 villages in Kaiping that have these diaolous. This one is special because it has the most. Other sites only have like 2 or 3. They're very elaborate, but they only have 2 or 3. This one here has nearly a dozen. So this is why you got to come out to Zilli village. It's called Self-Help Village. Self-Help Village. You got to come out to Zilli village to see the biggest cluster of diaolous, the hanging towers. You can't go in, by the way. This is protected. So these two, I don't know what the deal is with these two. You can't go in. This place is obviously empty and you cannot go in. You cannot go in. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Yes, join the Discord group, everybody. Totally free. You get notifications whenever we go live. Oh, somebody lives here. It's 居民生活区. Oh, this is a living area for the local farmers. Yeah, this is a private space. There's people living here. So you can't go beyond the fence. Nah, it ain't haunted, man. It's just a nice place. Thank you, OG. Thank you so much, OG. Look at this. Pretty eye-opening, right? To be able to come out here in southern China and see all this. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, Captain Nacho. It's super peaceful. You have to remember, man, the young people have left these villages. They're all in the cities, working computer jobs, retail jobs. They work in front of the computer nowadays. Most of the people that have stayed here, you know what I'm going to say next. Most of the people that have stayed here have been around all their lives. Beautiful. Yeah, you just never thought this was in China, right? I mean, this is why, like, if I told you right now, if I was in New Orleans, right? It's not so unbelievable. Look at that. How many people live here? These buildings hold anywhere between 5 people, 1 small family, to all the way up to 20, 30 people. Oh my God. Look at this. Fucking beautiful. Thank you. Oh, see, very few people come here to this part of the house. Diaolou. This is in look at that. From the United States. Oh, he called his house very much like an American. Home away from home. Major historical and cultural sites protected at the national level. Don't get no higher than this. Thank you, OG. Thank you so much. Thank you, OG. Look at that. This is a historically protected site at the national level. Not even at the city level or the provincial level, at the national level. And it was built by an American. Look at that. Unbelievable. This one is called 耀光别墅. Also from the United States. Man, why is this not open? Is it because they were from America? Why is this not open to the public? TT, man, you got to turn on your notifications, brother. You got to turn on your notifications. I go live every single day, baby, especially at nighttime in American time. This is from 1923, so this is 101 years old. Again, this one is called the Shining Villa. If this wasn't so freaking old, I would have thought he watched a Jack Nicholson movie, The Shining. This is the Shining Villa, and this is also another historical and cultural site protected at the national level. Beautiful. So these were built by 2 Americans. Beautiful. And you see how they don't have a yard at all? Okay, this is actually kind of creepy, man. I'm all by myself out here, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Let's go back to where the people are, man. Thank you, Charlie Lambert. This is kind of creepy. Get up out of here. Built in the year when your mother was born. So that would have been 1923, 1925. And also, what else do you notice, man? There's no AC here. Do you guys notice that? I don't hear the sound of air conditioning. It's 92 degrees out here. You hear that? There's no ACs on any of these buildings. Think about that. Not good, right? Imagine living in Florida or Georgia or the swamps of Louisiana or Texas and you ain't got no AC. Right. So Brave says inside is cold. I certainly hope so. I just don't think there's anybody living here. I don't think there's anybody living out here. It's very beautiful. It was 90 degrees. Man, let's get up out of here. All right, man, I'm ready to go back to civilization, man. Let's get up out of here. Let's go to lunch. Shall we go to lunch, everybody? Time for lunch? It's time for lunch. Thank you, Mr. Storm. Let's get out of here. Yes, let's go to lunch. You know, when you come out to the Diaolou, as I've come to realize, it's not actually just a good place for history and culture. It's also a really good place to see nature. You know, especially like you live in Hong Kong, you live in Shenzhen. Thank you, OG. Thank you, Olga. It's like, you know, you live out here in the big cities in China, and you just want to get away from it all. Once again, let me take my face out of this. Thank you, Laney and OG. I could take a screenshot of this. Yes, TJ, how about I save that for lunch when we sit down at lunch? It's 92, it's not 90, it's 92 degrees today. My ass is burning up. It is hot. Y'all, by the way, y'all see this right here, man? Y'all see how Charlie Lambert keeps coming in and out of the live stream? Look, y'all see how Charlie Lambert keeps coming in and out of the live streams? He keeps rejoining. You see that right there? Okay. Thank you, Colin Rollins, because Charlie Lambert is multitasking on his phone right now. He on the hub, and he's trying to watch TikTok at the same time. You know what I'm saying? He's rotating between the hub, and he's rotating between TikTok. That's why he keeps coming in and out of the live. Exactly. See, he admits it. He admits it. Look, he admits it. Look. Rotation, baby. Thank you, Terry. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go to lunch. Thank you, Jeff. Let's go to lunch. Hey, Plant Groove, dog, I got a question for you, sir. I say this out of love, dog. Do you not work, man? It's like noontime in China. I guess you're on lunch break. You always get a chance to watch what I'm streaming during the day, man. What kind of job do you have where you could just watch TikTok all day during the daytime? Well, I would hook me up with that job that you have, because it sounds like you got a really nice job. You know, like you always watching during the day because you live in China. How are you able to accomplish this? What kind of job? He's self-employed. Thank you, Kania. Yours is called retirement. Figures. The word of the day today, by the way, don't forget, the word of the day today is shi, S-H-I, which means rock. Shi, 石头 also means rock. Shi by itself also means rock. Shi. Oh, you self-employed, Plant Groove? I love it. That's the way to go. Beautiful. When do I go to the casino? Should be this weekend. We should be heading to Macau this weekend. Hope you guys are excited for Macau. We haven't been there in 7 months. I hope you guys are excited. Most of them are still primitive. The one that we were just in, still primitive. No plumbing, but it does have electricity now because they need to keep the cameras running. And they need to have, I think I also saw a couple of AC units in there. So, but most of them are still primitive, are original. Some of them that have people living in it, or they're open to tour guides and tour groups and just visitors in general, they're gonna have a little bit more renovation to make it safe. In case there's like a fire or something, there needs to be like a smoke alarm. So those have although they use batteries, but some of them have been renovated. Most of them are original. Built about 100 years ago. You must have just come into the live stream. Sounds like the Amish indeed. What did he just say? OG. Good night. Have a great night, Olga. Thank you so much, Olga, for all the love. Thank you, OG. Thank you, Olga. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, New Beginning. It's hot. I got to sit down, man. It's hot. I think I've had my fill of today. Thank you, OG. Have a great night. It's time for me to go get some lunch. It's too hot. They were built between 1919 and 1925. About 100 to 105 years ago. Let's keep moving. All right, one last look at the tiny Diaolou. Look at this. This last tiny one. Beautiful. It's time to get out of here. All right, I'm gonna take my face out of it one more time so y'all can take some screenshots of this. Beautiful Diaolou. See you later. For those of you that are going to bed, see y'all later. For those of you that are staying, it's time for lunch. Beautiful. Who used to live here? A bunch of overseas Chinese. All right, turn the dual cam back on. All right, let's get out of here. Marlene, thank you.
即係為自己可以正面，正面唔好使，正面就得啦。靠嗰邊咧，哎呀，得唔使。
It's hot. Ooh, it's hot, y'all. We gotta. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Bay. I gotta. Thank you, Liz. Let me come in here real quick. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. So, overseas Chinese who had immigrated overseas and came back. Y'all leaving? Cool. Let me post up here for a second. Oh, it's hot. We got a drink of water before we go to lunch. Oh my God. It's hot. It's hot, y'all. We get a drink of water. Thank you, TLC. Thank you, Liz. Liz, we were ranked number 16 in League A1. I'm pretty sure that's also from yesterday. Thank you, Steels.
开辟碉楼起源于明朝后期，按功能不同分为更楼、重楼、居楼，现存1833座。
Liz.
2007
Thank you, Stones. Thank you, Liz.
开辟碉楼村落，为联合国教科文组织公布列
This is
入
some normal water, man. Some normal Chinese water. Give me 2 minutes to catch my breath, everybody. Because it is really, really hot. Thank you, pint size. It's 92 degrees out here.
是开平市塘口镇方信族人的聚居地。上世纪50年代初，取其自立东升之意，自立村之名自是沿用至今。方族祖先来自河南共始县。
All right, so this right here is a little promotional video that the tourism spot has to introduce some basic background about the channel, okay? The very simple explanation is that these folks all immigrated from northern China and then they immigrated overseas. Thank you, Pint Size. Amanda, you gotta go and join our Discord channel. That's how you get the notifications. Liz. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Toby. Good night, Yanovsky. Thank you, Pint Size. I appreciate you guys, man. This is tough work. You know what? To be honest, man, I'm waiting for winter to be here, man. It's tough doing this in the summer. Where you going, Charlie Lambert? Where you going, Charlie? Thank you, Plant Group. It's like 8 o'clock where you are. Where the hell you going?
其中传统3间2廊民居77座，碉楼15座。
Good night, Laura.
建于20世纪初期，风格各异、中西合璧的民居建筑，体现了当年华侨新村棋盘型村落格局的规划思想，以及当地村民在
So much, Liz. All these hands up, man. This is what helps us get up the rankings. Thank you, Liz. Man, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who tapped. We just hit 500,000 likes. We just hit 500,000 likes, everybody. Beautiful. Thank y'all. Thank you, man. We just hit 500,000 likes. It's beautiful. Let's get out of here. Let's go to lunch. They didn't really have job titles, man. They were business people who did all kinds of jobs that a lot of Americans didn't want to do. And that's how they were able to make a living. They did a lot of tough work that people, didn't want to do. A lot of the Chinese people that immigrated from China to San Francisco during the gold rush, they were not gold prospectors, but they washed laundry. They washed the clothes of the prospectors. They saved up their money. And that's really the Chinese story for so many immigrants overseas, is they have very humble beginnings. Just like the people that you see here living in this village, their ancestors were super, super frugal when they went overseas. You know what I'm saying? They had very tough lives, but piece by piece, slowly, they built it up. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jersey. They built it up. So this is why, like, when you come out here and you just see the spirit of the people that live out here, man, I really recommend you guys come out here. Another reason I recommend you come out here, thank you, Liz and Bay. Another reason I recommend you guys come out here, it's not very tiring. Only reason I'm tired is I'm speaking and walking and getting baked at the same time. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Liz. That's the only reason I'm tired. But for most people that are visiting here, the parking lot is very close. Right, we turn left, there's the parking lot. There's a restaurant nearby. It's just a very chill place. Thank you, Joni. It's a very chill place. You know what I'm saying? It's a place that, when you go to a lot of Chinese tourist spots, you got to take a cable car. You got to take a bus, even within the tourist area here. Just real chill. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Apex. Beautiful. Thank you, Bay. See, this is what happens when we don't lag all day. Thank you, Tip. This is what happens when we don't lag at all. We're able to actually keep the audience and give y'all a good show. What's most likes on a like ever? Probably like 2 million, 2.5 million at the Great Wall of China. Have I ever taken you guys to as wide open a village like this ever before in China? Ever? Have you guys ever seen like a real primitive Chinese village like this? Have you ever been here? Where do they park? Outside? No, right? That's what I thought. This is like the first time we ever come out here. We get to a UNESCO World Heritage Site and it's just like peaceful. Not a lot of people. It's like they never, right? That's what I'm saying. Because the reason we never go here because there's no internet signal. There's no 5G. That's why we never come out here. That's why we never do it. But today, we have a beautiful signal. Thank you, Gabrielle. All right, restaurant right ahead of us. We're going to ask for a chicken. I doubt we're going to get it. We'll try to go for something light if there's no chicken. No seafood. We'll stick with beef. Thank you, Tip. We will ask for the chicken, though. You always got to ask. A lot of people just also ask, where do they park their cars? Most people here ride mopeds. Even in this village, you got to understand, they don't really have to travel very far outside of this village to have everything that they need in life. They grow their own food. They grow their own rice. A lot of the vegetables they could buy at the neighborhood market nearby. A lot of them, you got to understand, they don't need to go that far. You see, look at that scooter right there. See that? See that motorcycle? Most people transport themselves in the villages using mopeds and motorcycles. Let's go eat. I'm hungry. I'm hungry now. Oh man, got another spammer. Thank you, Shayna, for taking care of it. Thank you, Bay. Look at this. Thank you, Workout With. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. You still remember that 3-legged chicken that we had, right? Thank you, Lydia. Yeah, there's been a lot of bots on TikTok lately. They've been hitting my channel as well. They hit a lot of the live streams. I get a lot of people in them, but it is what it is. Let's keep moving. Hey, this place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Can you believe it? Andrew, I never knew that. I never knew that. I'm sorry. Can you believe it? Andrew, I never knew that. I never knew that. I'm sorry, Wendy. I'm bumping your comment. I never knew that. I never knew that. Thank you for letting me know that. Keep moving. Yeah, nobody could catch it. That's right. All right, time to get up out of here, y'all. This is the name of the place, in case y'all want to Google it. All right. Thank you, Bay. Yo, the signal is not very good, y'all. I think we'll have to try to get Wi-Fi. Thank you, Lydia. I think we'll have to try to get Wi-Fi. Signal's getting worse. Yeah, it's hot. LJ, it's hot. This place is hot. Let's go to lunch. How's the signal, everybody? How's the signal, everyone? Is the signal good? How's the signal, everybody? We're good? It was saying red. It was showing red earlier. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. All right, great. All right, let's go to lunch. It's hot, y'all. It is hot. Oh, this is good. Let me show you guys this before we go into lunch. So, as I was saying, the UNESCO World Heritage Site is actually 3 places. Okay? We're at Zilli village up top. All right? But there's actually 2 more places that have the Diaolou. Another one right here is called Majianglong. Thank you, Pink. And this one is called Lee Garden over here. All right. So there's actually 3 places here that are UNESCO World Heritage Sites together. We went to the one with the most number of Diaolou. I'm actually thinking about going to Lee Garden later. It's not that far away. Yeah, we'll see. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's go get something to eat. It's not hard to live in one time zone. It's actually pretty convenient. All right, here is the only restaurant that they have here, which is a farmer's restaurant. All right, we got to chill out a little bit. All right, tuck the chain in. Let's go see what kind of prices they're going to hit us with. And let's see if they got any live chickens over here. 你们有一些什么？
来里面看嘛，有鳝鱼，有鹅，有煲仔饭，
哦，有鹅肉啊，
有啊，
有鹅肉是吧？
对，
你们有土鸡吗？
有啊，
你干什么？
自己养的哦。
自己养的？
对，
是现杀的吗？还是早上杀的？
早上杀好。
早上杀好是吧？
还有那个
切
油青泡鸡，有汤，这个是没汤。
哦，这个辣吗？
不辣的，
不辣是吧？
姜葱。
Oh, this looks good. 这个也有吗？上汤白菜有吗？哎， that looks good. 我一个人，我要做个吃播。我要做个吃播。Yeah. She's a yeah. She's a yeah. 你们里面有 WiFi 吗？
有
8个6是吧？好，我就在你们这儿吃吧。
好的，谢谢。
我就在你们这儿吃，我就在你们这儿吃。
少帅哥，帮我宣传一下啊。
好，帮你宣传，必须宣传。宣传打个对折。I said give me 50% off. 宣传打个对折。I said give me 50% off. I said give me 50% off.